Chapter 31 Immortals Fight. Just you. Do you also want to catch me? The wart pig was punched and stepped back more than a dozen steps, and was ruthlessly ridiculed. He was so angry that he couldn't say a word, and the fat man blushed with shame. Damn, he lost all the faces of the Hidden Dragon Special Forces today. If the boss knows about this, he will definitely be asked to revisit the devil training in those years. Alright, I don't know when it will be cloudy and rainy. Haven't you counted how many bowls of dry rice you have eaten? Seeing that the wart pig was about to rush up, Xiao Fengxi went up to stop the wart pig. If you don't look at anything else, Xiao Fengxi will not die for the order he bought for dinner. The wart pig wants to refute, but there is really no capital to refute. The only thing I can do is to rush up after Xiao Fengxi rushed up. 2-1, the monster is obviously not as easy as before. But the rich rely on technology, and the poor rely on mutation. After all, he has experienced a super strengthening, so it is impossible to lose in a short time. After a long time, it depends on whose endurance is good. Although Xiao Fengxi is a little girl, she has matured in all kinds of physical combat skills since she was a child. Moreover, she pays attention to the speed of the routine and strengthens her strength training. If it is a simple comparison of strength, Xiao Fengxi can kill the world's top heavyweight boxer in seconds. The collision of absolute power. Every time Xiao Fengxi collides with the monster's fist, there will be a sound explosion. This makes people look very weak. Xiao Fengxi and the monster are like fighting with immortals. He is immortal and only deserves to be watched from afar. Bow your head. Suddenly, the wart pig heard Xiao Fengxi's low shout. He was stunned for a moment, and then lowered his head as fast as he could. In a flash, a silver-white light cut through the night sky. There seemed to be a sharp flash between heaven and earth, and a murderous intent overwhelming pressured. The wart pig only felt at his scalp was cold, and the light had disappeared. Su Nianru has been covering her mouth, and watching the situation at the scene nervously. When she saw one of the monster's arms fall to the ground, Su Nianru's eyes widened in horror. Sai Oxi is so awesome. Xiao Fengxi won the sword, and when he progressed, he wanted to use another killing move. But the monster no longer has the intention to fight. The little girl is not very old, but every time she launches a fatal killing move, he just lost an arm just for a moment, and most of Hai's fighting spirit in his heart has been dispersed. So when Xiao Fengxi killed again, the monster directly took out a flash bullet from the back waist and threw it out. Although this thing is tactical equipment, its lethality is still quite terrible. The intense strong light is AC, accompanied by deafening sound waves, which is enough to cause irreversible damage to people's eyesight and hearing. Xiao Fengxi was quick-handed and quick-eyed, and kicked out the moment when the monster threw the flash bullet. Just as the monster didn't expect that she could use a sword, Xiao Fengxi didn't expect that the monster would use flash bullets. Bang! The violent explosion broke out in the air, and the whole community was briefly illuminated like daylight. When the strong light and harsh sound waves of the explosion disappeared, the monster was gone. Xiao Fengxi didn't chase it. Anyway, this monster is related to Dong's group. If she deals with Dong's group, she will solve it. By the way, Xiao Fengxi and Su Nianru went home after sending the wart pig away. In the evening, Xie Qiangdong called Xiao Fengxi, and said that he had arranged a female special assistant for Xiao Fengxi. This special assistant has the highest authority of the God of Wealth group except for Xiao Fengxi and Xie Qiangdong. If Xiao Fengxi has anything else in the future, he can ask the special assistant to do it directly. In this way, it is both time-saving and convenient, and the most important thing is that there is no need to expose Xiao Fengxi's identity. Xiao Fengxi is very satisfied with Xie Qiangdong's arrangement. She does need someone who directly obeys her but holds real power. Soon, a woman nicknamed Li Hua added Xiao Fengxi's friend. Hello, boss. My name is Shen Li Hua. If you have any instructions in the future, you can leave them directly to me. In addition, please tell me your location, so that I can get to you as soon as possible. Xiao Fengxi, okay, just call me Sister Shi in the future. Location S. Herring. After a while, Xiao Fengxi sent another message to Shen Lihua. Check if the boss Dong's group, Dong Shiji, has made any big moves recently. In addition, I want the detailed information of the Xiao family and the Xiao Juishan family in the magic capital and the development process of the Xiao family group. Shen Lihua replied that she received it, and then replied to Xiao Fengxi's first question a few minutes later. Sister Shi, Dong Shiji, will hold a press conference in Li County tomorrow about artificial genes, the new type of medicine. Looking at the message sent by Shen Lihua, Xiao Fengxi was suspicious. Why did a medical company in Kyoto hold a press conference in a small prefecture like Li County? In addition, Dong Shiji's artificial genes. It has caused many people to become monsters. Why is there no negative news about Dong's group in the media and public opinion? These are all unreasonable. However, Xiao Fengxi will not miss Dong Shiji's press conference tomorrow. So Xiao Fengxi sent another message to Shen Lihua. Help me get some invitations for the press conference. Chapter 32 Shen Lihua, the right-hand man. Early the next morning, Xiao Fengxi was knocked on the door of Li County. Su Nianru went to open the door, and a girl with light makeup stood at the door. Are you? Su Nianru looked at the girl who was only 234 years old and asked. Hello, Auntie. My name is Shen Lihua, and I am a special assistant to Mr. Xiao. Shen Lihua handed over a business card with one hand and shook the breakfast in the other hand. It's still early. You probably haven't made breakfast yet. I bought some casually on the way. Shen Lihua said with a smile. Su Nianru smiled and felt that the little girl was really super sensible. It's really early now, and the breakfast she brought is just useful. Hurry up and sit inside. Sai Oxi has just got up and is washing up now. Su Nianru took the breakfast and handed it to the maid at home. He has experienced great ups and downs, and the Su family itself is particular. Kind, so his family treats them as family members. Come, please drink some water. A servant poured a glass of water for Shen Lihua, and gently put it on the table. Shen Lihua nodded and looked sideways to see a 17 or 18-year-old girl coming out with a toothbrush in her mad. Auntie, who is here? Xiao Fengxi's voice was a little vague. You kid, how can you make a bubble on your face when you brush your teeth? Su Nianru gave Xiao Fengxi a spoiled look, and quickly picked up a towel to wipe the foam for Xiao Fengxi. Your special assistant Shen Lihua. She is a very quiet child. Su Nianru said and looked at Shen Lihua, who was sitting on the sofa in the living room, with Xiao Fengxi. At this time, Shen Lihua also stood up quickly, and greeted Xiao Fengxi politely. She knew that her boss was a young girl, but she didn't expect to be so young. She even doubted whether Xiao Fengxi was an adult. You're welcome. You sit down first. I'll be ready soon. Xiao Fengxi didn't have the boss's pretendant at all. He quickly washed up and changed his clothes and came out. Sister Shi, this is the detailed material of everyone in the Xiao family you want. Shen Lihua took out a thick pile of documents from her bag. Putting the documents on the table, Shen Lihua took out tea and more invitations. This is the invitation letter for Dong's group's press conference today. It is scheduled to start at 2 p.m. Is 10 enough? Passed through yesterday, Xiao Fengxi only asked for a few invitations, but did not say the specific quantity, so Shen Lihua got 10 invitations first. Enough. Xiao Fengxi answered and picked up the documents about the Xiao family first. The document is 1 centimeter thick, and there are dozens of sheets of dense text. Did you get so much information last night? Xiao Fengxi asked, because she noticed Shen Lihua's dark circles under her eyes. The collection was helped by my subordinates, and I also sorted it out in the system. Shen Lihua told the truth. Xiao Fengxi nodded and felt that this special assistant was quite reliable. After a breakfast, Xiao Fengxi felt that Shen Lihua was too cultured. No matter what questions Su Lanshan asks, Shen Lihua can answer them well. Xiao Fengxi didn't know anything about some problems, which made her feel her inadequacy. In the 18 years on Crazy God Island, She learned the most about killing and self-protection, followed by medical and poison. In terms of survival and combat ability, Xiao Fengxi thinks he is better than some super mercenaries or special forces a big country. But she can't do it with thesis cultivation and some scientific knowledge. To use a joke in society, Xiao Fengxi, is the leaky of compulsory education. She has one-handed hacking technology, and the keyboard can black the air in the dark. But I don't even know a few Tang poetry 300 capitals. China inherits thousands of years of cultural heritage and continuous innovation of modern science and technology. Xiao Fengxi felt that he should learn a lot. At noon, Xiao Fengxi locked himself in the room to study the files of Evrio. Nan in the Xiao family. There is a lot of useful information, and Xiao Fengxi keeps it in mind. Ding ling tilde the mobile phone rang, which was a message from a viper. Boss, a few good brothers have gathered again. I'll show you when I have time. Xiao Fengxi replied to a message and then left the room. It's almost time. We can go out for lunch and attend the press conference. The place where the Dong family held the press conference was the place where Xiao Fengxi met Dong Yu yesterday. So Xiao Fengxi chose a nearby place to eat. As soon as he entered the hotel, Xiao Fengxi saw two acquaintances. One is a street walker with a big gold chain and a small gold watch, and the other is a fat man with small braids, with a wide and fat body. Li Jinyan and the wart pig were also stunned, and sighed that the world was too small. Did you pay for yesterday's meal? When Xiao Fengxi met Li Jinyan, he walked over directly. Li Jinyan was stunned and then nodded. I don't like to be treated by strangers, so I'll invite you back for your meal today. Xiao Fengxi said coldly. Oh, it's just a meal. If you really feel embarrassed, then marry me. I'm just single. Li Jinyan shook his head, and said, perfectly interpreting his current identity. Chapter 33 A Big Press Conference. Did you also attend the press conference? After dinner, Li Jinyan came to Xiao Fengxi, who was walking to the Lixian Hotel. You too? Xiao Fengxi asked back. Li Jinyan nodded and wanted to say something more to Xiao Fengxi, but Xiao Fengxi was too lazy to pay attention to him. Sai Oxianger, it's quite cold. Li Jinyan complained in his heart, but his eyes kept looking at Xiao Fengxi. Well, his little wife is beautiful. After checking the invitation letter, Xiao Fengxi took Su Lanshan, Su Nianru and Shen Lihua into the venue. At this moment, the lobby on the first floor of the whole hotel is full of seats. On the easternmost side of the hall is a high platform, with projection equipment and a podest. After a while, some news media arrived one after another. It's almost 2:00, and the press conference is about to officially begin. There was a commotion at the door, and 2 rows of bodyguards escorted one person into the venue. That person is Dong Shiji. Su Nianru whispered in Xiao Fengxi's ear. Xiao Fengxi glanced at Dong Shiji, who had gray hair, and his eyes fell on Dong Shiji's left arm. His left arm was wrapped in bandage gauze, and hung around his neck, and it looked like the injury was not light. Sorry, I'm Dong Shiji. I had a little accident last night, but lucky I didn't delay the press conference. After coming to the stage, Dong Shiji first apologized to all the guests. The people under the stage were talking a lot, and only Xiao Fengxi's eyes flashed with suspicion. She still remembers that the arm she killed the monster yesterday seemed to be his left arm. In addition, Dong Shiji's height and body are really similar to that of the monster last night. Therefore, is there a possibility that Dong Shiji himself also used artificial genes? Soon, the press conference officially began. Dong Shiji first introduced artificial genes, and then thought about the future. The artificial gene in his mouth. The main effect is to completely change people's constitution. With the strengthening of the constitution, people can get rid of the disease forever. Moreover, various functions of the human body can also be greatly increased. The reason why he first carried out experimental promotion in such a small place as Li County is he has a special affection for Li County. When the pre-sale in Li County is over, artificial genes The price will return to normal, and ordinary people will not be able to afford it at that time. He also talked about the effect of this drug on children. When drug prices return to normal, people in places like Lee County can afford to spend it all. At that time, the children of rich families will have a higher starting line, and the children of poor families will be thrown further away in the future. Children are undoubtedly the fatal weakness of all parents. It doesn't matter what you do, but as long as there is a chance to make your children better, parents are always willing to try. The press conference was very successful, and Dong Shiji's questions to the reporter were also answered fluently. But just as the atmosphere at the scene reached its climax, a little girl stood up. Xiao Fengxi didn't know where he got a microphone, and shouted directly to Dong Shiji. Mr. Dong Shiji, some people say that the creator of this artificial gene is a medical doctor named Su Lanshan. Is this true? The sudden question made the smile on Dong Shiji's face disappear in an instant. Who are you listening to? Who are you again? One sentence directly made Dong Shiji break his defense. He glanced at Xiao Fengxi angrily. Mr. Dong is in a hurry. I also heard that the genetic sequence of artificial genes mainly comes from blood-sucking bats. Your medicine seems to have sequel, right? Recently, people in Lee County have been frequently sucked into dead bodies.
This matter has nothing to do with Dong's group, will it? Xiao Fengxi's words directly caused an uproar at the press conference. All the reporters aimed the camera at Dong Shiji. I don't know what nonsense you are talking about. Also, what's your name? Dong Shiji was about to die of anger, because Xiao Fengxi's question was exactly what he tried his best to hide. My name is Xiao Fengxi, and I still have some photos and videos here. Xiao Fengxi generously admitted his identity. She took out her mobile phone and threw some photos directly on the projector at the scene. Horrible photos appeared directly in the eyes of everyone present, just like the horrible vampire movie stills in the Western world. As far as I know, this is the side effects of artificial genes. Does Mr. Dong have anything to explain? Xiao Fengxi played some videos after playing the photos. What do you all eat? How could she connect to my mount projector? Cut it off for me. Dong Shiji was so angry that he wanted to vomit blood and roared at his assistant beside him. Hellface's forehead has long been covered with sweat, and he wants to cut off Xiao Fengxi's connection and play in a panic. But the notebook in his hand is out of control at all. Finally, Dong Shiji's bodyguard rushed out and cut off the power of the projector directly. However, all the reporters present have exploded and raised questions about Dong Shiji one after another. Mr. Dong, is the genetic sequence of artificial genes really mainly from the vampire bats? Mr. Dong, are the things that the lady just put in are really the side effects of artificial genes? Mr. Dong, the reporter's question confused Dong Shiji's brain. He pointed to Xiao Fengxi and left directly under the escort of the bodyguard. Before leaving the venue, the last sentence Dong Shiji heard was said by Xiaofeng. Mr. Dong, if you don't know, unless you don't do it yourself, your retribution will come. Chapter 34. The Great War is about to break out. Dong Shiji didn't read what Xiao Fengxi was saying. He just wanted to leave awkwardly as soon as possible. When he returned to the station in Lee County, Dong Shiji slapped his assistant to the ground with an angry slap. Fuck. What are you going to do? Do you close your eyes when sending invitations? The more he thought about it, the angrier he became. He picked up a chair and smashed it at the assistant crazily. Although he was wrapped in a bandage with one hand, he threw the chair with one hand, and his power was quite terrible. The assistant is a big man in his 30s, but in the face of anger, Dong Shiji did not dare to refute a word. He could only cover his head desperately and let the solid wood chair hit his back and arm. Other servants and the employees of the company are as quiet as cicadas, for fear of being burned. After smashing for 3 minutes, Dong Shiji threw the broken chair aside. The assistant was already lying in a pool of blood, with only boundless fear in his eyes. Bring out the video of the scene for me. Dong Shiji lit a cigarette and ordered a female vice president in professional clothes. Yes, Chairman. The female vice president's voice trembled, and she quickly took the phone to contact the hotel for a video recording. Soon, the female vice president sent a notebook to Dong Shiji. Clicking the play button, the female vice president's legs were shaking. Chairman, this is the video at that time. Dong Shiji didn't say anything and squinted at his notebook while smoking a cigarette. Soon, Dong Shiji's eyes showed incredible. He paused the video and stared at an old man sitting next to Xiao Fengxi. Su Lanshan. Dong Shiji roared in his heart, and many old things in the past immediately surged into his mind. In fact, He never believed that Su Lanshan's family could all die in the fire more than 10 years ago, but he used a lot of effort to find it. I have gained nothing for more than 10 years. The Su family seems to have mysteriously disappeared. Whether it is a place with high consumption or a place that requires a real name system, they have never appeared. However, even if Su Lanshan comes back for revenge, who is Xiao Fengxi? Does the Su family have any relatives surnamed Xiao? Doesn't the company have to do anything? Get out of here. Whatever happened today, please suppress it for me. If the other party buys news headlines, you will create bigger news for me. Looking at the senior leaders of the company, Dong Shiji cursed on Ali, a group of senior executives of Dong's group, who are usually arrogant in front of people, seemed to be amnesty and quickly withdrew. But from that day on, Dong Shiji's assistant disappeared. No one knows where the assistant went, and no one knows whether he is alive or dead. On the other side, Xiao Fengxi left, which can also be regarded as her official war letter to Dong Shiji. The ward pig looked at Xiao Fengxi's departure and pulled the corner of Li Jinayan's clothes. Boss, our plan seems to have been preempted by that little girl. The ward pig scratched his head and held some photos of blood-sucking monsters in his hand. They caught several monsters and sent them to Kyoto Medical College for research. One of the monsters' consciousness has not completely dissipated, saving some fragments of the artificial genes of the Dong group. Therefore, after receiving the news that Dong Shiji held a press conference today, they wanted to do some damage, at least expose some negative information to make his artificial genes can't be sold. However, what they never expected was that Xiao Fengxi took the lead in implementing their plan. Not only that, Xiao Fengxi seems to be much more well prepared than them. Well, let's squat near her house tonight. As expected, Dong Shiji will take action tonight. Li Jinayan looked at his little wife's back and said, in the blink of an eye, it was night, and Dong Shiji's mobile phone was blown up. Dong's group is not the only one who has the final say. Otherwise, the thunder in front of the artificial gene can't be hidden. He gave up a considerable part of his profits in exchange for some bigwigs to help. Those people were not polite and directly divided a large part of the shares of Dong's group. The afternoon press conference in Waterloo directly affected the stock of Dong's group. This makes some major shareholders or those in power very dissatisfied. Don't worry, the girl will disappear tonight, but there may be some chaos in Li County. You want to help suppress it at that time. This is Dong Shiji's guarantee to those in power. When night fell, he went straight to the basement. Less than 10 minutes later, the whole Li County had a power outage. Figures began to move forward quickly in the night, and the targets were all in the same position. Xiao Fengxi arranged a hotel for Su Lanshan's family. Now she is the only one in her family. Sitting on the windowsill, Xiao Fengxi looked into the distance with deep eyes. Boss, someone is rushing to your position from all directions. The sound of a viper came from the communication device in his ear, and Xiao Fengxi said softly, everything is according to plan. After saying that, Xiao Fengxi jumped down from the window. She was silent when she landed, but she already had an extra soft sword in her hand. Chapter 35 Fight. Hello, aren't you afraid of death? As soon as Xiao Fengxi landed, a voice suddenly sounded behind her. This matter has nothing to do with you. I advise you not to go into muddy water. Xiao Fengxi saw Li Jinayan and Ward Pig disguised as streetwalkers again, and his face was still expressionless. Sorry, we are official people, and we are investigating the artificial genes of Dong's group. Therefore, I can say that it is you who is in the muddy water. But now that we are here, you can leave now. Otherwise, we won't give you any banner of justice and courage to be a good citizen. Li Jinayan said and took out a cold tactical dagger behind him. The dagger is 8 inches long, the handle is 4 inches long, and the knife body is 4 inches long. The back of the knife is serrated, and there is also a blood tank in the middle of the X-dagger. I'm doing my own thing, and I don't need you to award any brocade flags. Also, you'd better not miss my business. Otherwise, I'll fight with you. Xiao Fengxi looked at Li Jinayan and said with contempt. Li Jinayan didn't say anything. After all, he knew the strength of his little wife. On the contrary, the ward pig is a little angry. Although he also knows Xiao Fengxi's strength, he is a member of China's top special forces after all. What kind of courage and strength does this girl always have to drag like this? Wish. A rickety figure fell on a private house not far away. The faint red light in his eyes stared at Xiao Fengxi. Soon, the second figure of the rickets appeared. Then, the third, the fourth. More and more rickets from the shadows. Even Li Jinayan and Warku were shocked. Boss, do you want me to call for support? The ward pig asked in a low voice. Before Li Jinayan could speak, Xiao Fengxi's figure had been ejected. Watch her back and don't let anyone sneak attack. Li Jinayan gave an order and rushed up. And he was so fast that he rushed to the front of Xiao Fengxi in a few times. The ward pig pulled out 2 steel whips behind his back, touched them in mid-air and rushed up. There is no opening stone, and it is a life and death battle. Xiao Fengxi's autumn wind soft sword is like a silver butterfly. With her light and rapid footsteps, blood-colored peach blossoms splashed on the bodies of those monsters. Li Jinyan's movements were simple and rough, and there was nothing fancy to say. He went straight to the point. They all use traditional Chinese martial arts, but they are very different from those martial arts in film and television. In the end, it is not that the Chinese martial arts are not lethal, but the real martial arts is the skill of killing, and it is impossible to be used to perform in public. Moreover, the killing skill is not highly ornamental. It is often the victory or defeat that has been decided in an instant. It's completely different from the battling round of war in film and television works. However, compared with Xiao Fengxi's elegant and agile and Li Jinyan's simple and rough way of playing, the ward pig is a little more ornamental, with a tall and powerful physique, holding two whips and dancing like flying. It really has the meaning of an ancient general. After only 7 or 8 minutes of fighting, the monsters on the ground were full of corpses. Moreover, Xiao Fengxi can feel that the later the monsters' combat effectiveness will be stronger. TSK. It turns out that you still have helpers. A familiar voice sounded, and Xiao Fengxi saw Dong Shiji in a red tuxedo and a hat. I looked at Dong Shiji's arm hanging around his neck, which was still wrapped in gauze. Xiao Fengxi decided what he thought. This monster is definitely Dong Shiji. I don't have many helpers than your little brother, right, Dong Shiji? Hearing Xiao Fengxi call the monster opposite Dong Shiji, What's Who and Li Jinyan were stunned. However, thinking about it, Dong Shiji's left arm was indeed injured during the day, and the details were also correct. You are very smart. But what's the use? Today is your death date. Dong Shiji simply didn't pretend. He took out a few bags of fresh blood plasma in the night and threw them directly at Xiao Fengxi and the three of them. The blood plasma hit the ground, and the blood splashed and burst into a thick blood gauze on the spot. No matter how high the kung fu is, Xiao Fengxi and the three of them can't avoid being splashed with some blood spots on their bodies. Especially the ward pig. He has the worst kung fu, but the body grid is the largest. The blood gauze floated in the air, and the eyes of more than a dozen monsters brought by Dong Shiji for the second time turned red. They let out bursts of roars, as excited as the hungry wolf had found fresh prey. The battle started again, and the explosive power of the other party this time was completely different from that just now. People die for wealth, and birds die for food. If you block my wealth, I will turn you into food. Hahaha. Dong Shiji kept draining the blood plasma and constantly aimed at Xiao Fengxi and the THREE of them. Xiao Fengxi and Li Jinyan were able to dodge dangerously, but the ward pig was smashed into blood people in a few times. Enjoy yourself. The real performance has just begun. You only know that the side effect of artificial gens is to become these blood-sucking monsters. However, if everything is relative, the side effects can also become a selling point if it is well utilized. Today, I'll show you how I turned the side effects into miracles. With that, Dong Shiji made a gesture of raising his hand to attack. Another 10 figures flashed out behind him and stood in a row in front of Xiao Fengxi. Unlike the original monsters, these 10 people are all wearing street suits, and their figures are perfect. This is a thug in a suit. Take your time and enjoy it. Chapter 36. You won't be subjected to domestic violence in the future. Xiao Fengxi doesn't watch movies and doesn't know what a suit thug is, so she didn't say anything, but shook the autumn wind soft sword in her hand. Gee, give it to me, Dong Shiji shouted, and the 10 so-called suit thugs rushed up. However, these people's eyes are clear and their expressions are cold. They don't look like those monsters who are unconscious and only know how to suck blood. Roar. A few steps away from Xiao Fengxi and the three of them, the 10 thugs in suits roared. With this roar, the bodies of the 10 suit thugs suddenly swelled. It turned out that the figure of the model, who was all tall, suddenly soared by nearly a centimeter. The height of 2 meters and strong muscles are enough to make people feel a strong sense of oppression. Xiao Fengxi learned medicine from the medical fairy. It can be said that there are few people in the world who have more medical skills than her today. But no medical knowledge she has learned can explain the strange phenomenon in front of her. People are so big that it is impossible for skeletal muscles to undergo qualitative changes in an instant. Even if there are some so-called human strengthening agents, they only provide some power to break through their own limits by boosting metabolism in a short time. The fight began again, and Xiao Fengxi and the three of them fell directly into the passive. Xiao Fengxi is better. The autumn wind soft sword is worthy of being the weapon of the world is #1 killer. Although those thugs in suits are tall, big and muscular, but the autumn breeze and the soft sword can easily make them lack arms and legs. Li Jinyan and the ward pig are obviously not good. Tactical daggers can pierce the skin of those thugs in suits, but they can't make them lose their combat effectiveness in an instant. Not to mention the double steel whip of the warty pig. Xiao Fengxi even felt that the more wart pigs fought, the more excited those thugs in suits became. Tell me, what those Sulantians old thing have to do with you? Dong Shiji sat on a small 3-story building and bowed his head to us as if nothing had happened. You will naturally know then, but your artificial gene is really rubbish. It either turns people into blood-sucking monsters or turns them into ghosts. You also said artificial genes. It can make people completely change their constitution. At that time, the side effects will definitely be more terrible than these two. Xiao Fengxi cut off the left leg of a thug in a suit with a sword and said, haha, the reason why people can stand at the top of the biological chain is because they are constantly evolving. What's wrong with becoming a blood-sucking monster? Do you think I forced these monsters to change? They are all terminally ill patients. When you face death and you have a chance to be reborn, what will you choose? They are all human beings. Why can some people live for more than 100 years, while some people can only live for 100 or even less? This is unfair. So they all chose to get rid of the disease and get a new life. People are always afraid of the unknown, but what you are afraid of may be what others yearn for, isn't it? When it comes to artificial genes, Dong Shiji obviously said more. However, just as he was showing off, the communication equipment in Xiao Fengxi's ear rang. Boss, I have arrived at Dong Shiji's nest. Xiao Fengxi outlined a smile on the corner of his mouth, and then ordered softly, do it. Less than 2 minutes later, there was another sound from the other side of the Viper. Boss, you got it. When the Viper's words fell, Xiao Fengxi's breath exploded in an instant. At this time, a thug in a suit rushed towards her. Xiao Fengxi didn't dodge or dodge. He punched out with a handheld sword. Seeing this scene, Li Jinian and Watts Hu both widened their eyes in surprise. That's a 2-meter tall and muscular suit thug. Fight hard with this thing. Isn't it appropriate to find a pumping type if you have nothing to do? Dong Shiji saw Xiao Fengxi's action, and a sinister smile appeared on his face. Humph, I can't measure it. Before his sarcasm was finished, the next picture made him open his mouth wide. Xiao Fengxi's pink and tender fist collided with the suit thug's fist as big as a pressure cooker, and the suit thug was blown out by a punch. Get out of the way. Punching a thug in a suit. Xiao Fengxi scolded Li Jinian and the ward pig. Next is Xiao Fengxi's personal performance time. She took back the soft sword of Qiufeng, and the thugs in suits who fought with their bare hands had no power to fight back at all. As long as she is caught, a backturn can directly smash a suit thug into the hard concrete floor. This is also too violent. The ward pig gasped. He really couldn't figure out how the little girl looked so weak and powerful. This is unscientific. But when it comes to science, these vampires and suit thugs seem to be more outrageous. She was hiding her strength just now. If I guessed correctly, she should have other arrangements. Li Jinian said thoughtfully. I don't know why. He felt a little cold when he saw Xiao Fengxi beating those thugs in suits. If he gets married in the future, he won't be subjected to domestic violence, will he? Chapter 37 Dong Shiji is done. This is impossible. Dong Shiji's already pale face became more and more pale. He has always thought that the suit thug he created was perfect. Whether it is speed or strength, it can kill normal human beings in seconds. But what he sees now is just an 18-year-old girl who has overturned a group of thugs in suits. The most important thing is that Xiao Fengxi's performance is too relaxed. The thug in a suit weighing 300 was pinched at will like a chick in her hand. Is there anything else? I can play this thing all day long. After smashing the last suit thug into the concrete floor, Xiao Fengxi looked behind Dong Shiji, who, Dong Shiji almost spit out a mouthful of blood, and his lungs were about to explode. However, Dong Shiji knew that he had completely failed. He also ordered some blood-sucking monsters to come out and fight with Xiao Fengxi, and he took advantage of the chaos to escape. When the night finally calmed down, the community where Xiao Fengxi lived was already a sea of blood. Some residents saw the battle, and some people quietly recorded the video to be released. Why are you two still in a daze? Isn't he an official? Why don't you arrest Dong Shiji? Xiao Fengxi came to Li Jinian and the ward pig and said. After saying that, Xiao Fengxi was also ready to leave the community. Oh, by the way, remember to find someone to care about the aftermath. She is like a super leader doing things one after another, and she is a righteous man when she speaks. If you care about the aftermath, I will arrest you. The ward pig was still wiping the blood plasma on his face, and Li Jinian had already left. Xiao Fengxi left the community and met with Viper in a cafe. There are also two men beside Viper, a fat and a thin man, with a cold face, as if everyone owes him 2 million. Puffer fish, go. Then Scorpion, this is our new boss. The the successor designated by the old man who killed the emperor. Seeing Xiao Fengxi coming over, Viper introduced the two to Xiao Fengxi first. Boss. The pufferfish and the golden scorpion quickly saluted Xiao Fengxi respectfully, and the cold expression on their faces also eased a little. Xiao Fengxi waved his hand and signaled the three to sit down. The Viper took out several metal-wrapped needles in his pocket, which were printed with artificial gems. The word Dao. Boss, I have sent some photos of the scene to your mobile phone, which is the most direct evidence. Viper is very thoughtful, which makes Xiao Fengxi very satisfied. Well, when the Dong family avenged my grandfather's family, I will find an opportunity to take back the control of the shadow killing. Xiao Fengxi's words made the three Vipers very excited, and their eyes were light. Since the poor have controlled the shadow killing, half of the brothers of Viper's life and death have been killed. He wanted to take revenge, but his strength did not allow it. Fortunately, he met Xiao Fengxi at the last moment. The Viper saw hope in the 18-year-old girl. After the coffee shop was separated, Xiao Fengxi went to the hotel arranged for his grandfather and aunt. At 2 o'clock that night, Li County resumed the power supply. At the same time, an explosive news exploded in Li County. Dong's group, which held a press conference in the afternoon, unexpectedly collapsed. Dong Shiji, he big boss, and 60% of the backbone of the group were arrested, and Dong's group declared bankruptcy overnight. When Xiao Fengxi saw the news on his mobile phone, he went to his aunt's room as soon as possible. Then Su Nianrao woke up Su Lanshan and his husband. Su Lanshan confirmed it several times, and even pinched his thigh hard. From meeting Xiao Fengxi to getting revenge, it took only 2 or 3 days. How can he not be in a trance? Xiaoxi, is this true? Su Lanshan's old eyes burst into ours. It's true that if you still want to take over, I can arrange the rest. Xiao Fengxi said, no, more than 10 years have passed in a flash, and in fact, I have understood a lot of things. Money is not omnipotent. When we pay attention to something, we are destined to ignore something. I can meet you in my old age, which is the best arrangement from heaven. As for the rest, it's all external. Su Lanshan looked at the starry sky and felt a lot of emotion in his heart. In fact, he didn't lose anything. The family is still here, and their health is quite healthy. If he has been in power in the company, he certainly doesn't have so much time to spend with his family. Xiaoxi, you and your grandmother are old and have no desire. If it's convenient for you, pay more attention to your aunt. What I almost in my life is her. In order to take care of our Su family, she changed from youth to middle age. This is my last wish to find a good home for her. Su Lanshan looked at Su Nianrao with tears in his eyes. Dad, what are you talking about? I'm not right to take care of you as a daughter. Su Nianrao blushed and lowered her head to pinch her fingers. No problem. I will definitely find a good home for my aunt. Xiao Fengxi patted his chest to pack the ticket. The night is very dark, and the mountain that has oppressed the family for more than 10 years has collapsed. However, in the dark under the quiet night, new storms are condensing. Chapter 38 Li Nuanyan's Call for Help. With the sound of chickens in Li County, another beautiful day began. Xiao Fengxi left enough money for Su Lanshan and his old too. Then he left with his aunt Su Nianrao. Uncle Su Nianwu's illness requires a long treatment cycle, so he can't be in a hurry. As soon as he returned to the magic capital, Xiao Fengxi received a call from Grandma Li Jinian. Master, I have almost mastered the boxing you taught me. When will you come back to check it? Grandma, I just returned to Modu. Is Nuanyan at home today? Why don't you ask her to pick me up? Xiao Fengxi called with a smile, but Shen Lihua, Su Nian's soft assistant beside her, was stunned. What's the name of this? The opposite is called Master Xiao Fengxi, and Xiao Fengxi is called the opposite grandmother. Oh, that girl went to the party with her classmates today. I'll drive to pick you up. After saying that, the old lady hung up the phone without waiting for Xiao Fengxi to refuse. But within a few seconds of waiting for the old lady's LOL, she called again. By the way, Master, you haven't told me your location yet. Xiao Fengxi. After waiting for about 10 minutes, a fiery red modified Rolls-Royce stopped in front of Xiao Fengxi. As a regular car of a domineering president, Rolls-Royce is generally black or silver. It's really rare in the world to spray the whole car into fiery red like an old lady. The main reason is that the mature, steady and domineering temperament of Rolls-Royce has been completely changed to an irresistible, enthusiastic and unrestrained style, which is really a little coquettish back. To get in the car, the window of the car fell, and the old lady enthusiastically called Xiao Fengxi and the three of them to get in the car. After entering the car, Xiao Fengxi was fiercely stimulated by the interior. The enthusiastic red in the car is completely different from that outside. It is green, red on the outside and green on the inside. It gives people a strong visual impact. Master, let me tell you, I'm not lazy these days. I get up to practice before dawn every day. In addition, the second daughter-in-law Han Susu took a sister from her mother's house. She wanted her sister to live in your room, so I kicked her out. The most indispensable thing for the Lee family is the house. Why do they have to live in your house? The old lady was chattering all the way, and Xiao Fengxi was just an appropriate word of attachment. When she arrived at Lee's house, the old lady personally took the servant to arrange a room for Su Nian and Shen Lihue. Xiao Fengxi didn't let them live here. After all, this is not his home. Moreover, Xiao Fengxi observed that although Su Nianrao was very soft-natured, she actually had a strong self-esteem. So Xiao Fengxi arranged for Shen Lihue to find some small industries for Su Nianrao to learn management. When the end was arranged, Xiao Fengxi's phone rang again. Picking up his mobile phone, Xiao Fengxi couldn't help but smile. I haven't seen you for a few days. I really miss Li Nuonaiyang, a little girl. Hello, Nuonaiyang, aren't you attending the class reunion? Sister-in-law, help me. Li Nuonaiyang's request for help suddenly came from his mobile phone, which shocked Xiao Fengxi. What's the situation? Speak slowly, sister-in-law. They put something in my drink. I feel so dizzy now. I locked myself in the bathroom, and they were smashing the door. I was so scared. My eldest brother and second brother's mobile phone can't be connected. Sister-in-law, come and save me. Li Nuonaiyang's voice was not as loud as before, and the sound of frames smashing the door came from the mobile phone. Xiao Fengxi quickly asked for the address, and then put on his coat and drove out in a hurry. The matter was urgent, so she didn't go to the garage to drive her car of more than 30 万元, but directly drove the Ferrari parked in the yard. Anyway, the yard is full of these cars, and it doesn't matter which one you drive. The engine roared, and Xiao Fengxi directly stepped on the accelerator to the bottom. When I arrived at the night bar mentioned by Li Nuonaiyang, it had been 10 minutes since Li Nuonaiyang called. Xiao Fengxi drifted in front of the bar and shook his tail to open the door and get out of the car. The whole action was completed in one breath. She wore a purple coat with white short sleeves and light blue jeans inside. Coupled with her exquisite face and cold aura, the whole person looks as beautiful and soft as a fairy on earth. The welcome at the door was distracted, and he was stunned for a moment and forgot to say welcome. Entering the bar, the noisy atmosphere suddenly filled Xiao Fengxi's ears. She frowned and looked at the VIP box on the third floor. Miss, can I buy you a drink? Get out of here. Xiao Fengxi directly bumped away from the person who came to talk to him. At the entrance of the stairs on the third floor, the security guard waiting there reached out and stopped Xiao Fengxi. The third floor is a VIP box. Individuals are no allowed to enter without a VIP card or a VIP guide. Get out of the way if you don't want to be beaten. Xiao Fengxi said coldly. Yo, the little girl is quite crazy. The security guard said and went to pull the stick on his body, but before he finished speaking, his feet had already flown out of the ground. After easily dealing with the two security guards, Xiao Fengxi found the box mentioned by Li Nuonaiyang. She didn't knock on the door. She kicked the thick door of the box directly and kicked the door open. The people inside were shocked. Xiao Fengxi suddenly became angry when he saw the scene inside. Chapter 39. Since the ears are not good, you don't need to keep X. Under the dim yellow light, a group of young men and women are coaxing around the sofa. Xiao Fengxi saw Li Nuonaiyang being pressed on the sofa at a glance. Half of Li Nuonaiyang's coat has been taken off, and the makeup on his face has been worn out. The hands of two yellow-dyed gangsters were still grabbing Li Nuonaiyang's trousers, and the expression on his face was very obscene. The door was suddenly kicked open, which stunned everyone in the box. What do you do? A tall sports student came over and looked down on Xiao Fengxi. However, what responded to him was a pink fist that was not big. Xiao Fengxi punched the sports student in the nose, which directly made his nose bleed. Oh, how do you hit people? Bang. Another boy wants to come out maintain the situation, but Xiao Fengxi will not give them more opportunities to talk. They are all students in their 18s, 9s and 20s. Xiao Fengxi is afraid of punching them into vegetative people too hard. Sister-in-law, Li Nuonaiyang had long lost his strength. When he saw Xiao Fengxi rushing, tears flowed down in his eyes. Don't be afraid if the warm sun. My sister-in-law is here. Xiao Fengxi's tone was very low, which made people ignore that she was also an 18-year-old girl. Fuck, look, for death. Huang Mao and other people in the box were knocked over, and then they reacted from shock. She took out a butterfly knife and shook it in her hand a few times. Xiao Fengxi's eyes flashed with murderous intent. One hand waved to lead Huang Mao's eyes, and the next second, the butterfly knife in Huang Mao's hand reached Xiao Fengxi's hand. Who instructed you? The butterfly knife seemed to be alive in Xiao Fengxi's hand, flying up and down into a silver-white knife flower. Huang Mao was hooked by Xiao Fengxi's move and stood still speechless for a moment. How? Xiao Fengxi's hand stretched forward, and Huang Mao only felt a sudden chill in his ears. Then, a warm liquid flowed down the neck. Since the ears are not good, don't keep them. Xiao Fengxi walked to the side of the sofa, kicked another bastard, took off his coat and covered Lin Yuanyang. Then she came to Huang Mao's side and asked with a butterfly knife, "Give you one last chance. Who instructed you?" Huang Mao's left ear was completely cut off, and he was completely covered by severe pain. But he didn't dare to cry or scream, or even cover his ears with his hands. "Yes, it's Xiao Zaiyo and Xiao Zaiyuping." Huang Mao pointed to the two girls hiding at the end of the crowd and said. Xiao Fengxi looked over and recognized the two girls at a glance. It was the two girls she knocked down when she bought clothes with Lin Yuanyang last time. It seems to be the two daughters of Xiao Jiushen's brother's family. They are still cousins with Xiao Fengxi. But is this name serious? Xiao Zaiyuping still managed to make do. I'm afraid that the name named Xiao Zaiyo came up with by the brain-damaged author who wrote novels. Seeing Xiao Fengxi looking over, the two sisters Xiao Zaiyo ran to the door. However, just as the two were about to reach the door, a butterfly knife flew directly in front of them. Bang! The butterfly knife plunged directly into the hard wall, and the two sisters Xiao Zaiyo almost cried. They knew that Lin Yuanyang's sister-in-law was not easy to mess with last time. Who knew that this little girl, who is about their age, would be so cruel? That's a living person's ear. If you say it, you will give it to me, and you won't blink your eyes. I told you last time that I will beat the people of the Xiao family once I see them. It seems that you think I don't have this ability. Xiao Fengxi walked slowly, but her every step scared the people in the box. Coming to the two Xiao Zaiyo sisters, Xiao Fengxi slapped each of them. Then she walked back to Lin Yuanyang's side and took out the silver needle she was wearing to help Lin Yuanyang dissolve the medicine. Don't say I'm bullying people. If you all have any ability, just use it. Anyway, if you don't give me a satisfactory explanation about this matter today and don't let my sister out your anger, you can't leave. Xiao Fengxi sat on the sofa, exuding a strong queen's smell. Do you really dare to let me call? Xiao Zaiyo knew that too. This matter was beyond the scope of his ability to solve, so she couldn't believe it when she heard that Xiao Fengxi took the initiative to contact them. Xiao Fengxi looked at Xiao Zaiyo with disdain in his eyes. Of course, you can ask your biggest support to come out. Otherwise you will never know who you have provoked. After saying that, Xiao Fengxi fiddled with the silver needle, and didn't even bother to look at these little boys. Huang Mao, call your big brother. You have lost your ears. 大姐弟, aren't you even dare to fart? I'm going to call my parents, but I won't believe it. There are still people who dare to touch my Xiao family in the devil's capital. Xiao Zaiyo said with courage. Seeing that Xiao Fengxi really didn't stop them, everyone in the room called. In fact, Lin Yuanyang's class reunion has long since dispersed. All the friends left here are Xiao Zaiyo's friends. Some of these rich and powerful families also called out one after another and said that they had been bullied. 大姐 A. Few minutes later, with the night bar as the center, the whole magic city was boiling. From the gangsters to the senior managers of some enterprises, to some officials and the big bosses behind the scenes of the group. Du Xings rushed to the night bar in a hurry. Chapter 40. You can write a will. Who is making trouble in my field? The first people to arrive were naturally the internal security personnel of the night bar. The so-called internal security is mainly to maintain the security inside the bar. This kind of person has generally seen blood in his hands, and he is also very skilled in doing things. Brother Long, it's her. The security guard at the stairway who had just been blown away by Xiao Fengxi pointed to Xiao Fengxi's nose and said. At this time, Xiao Fengxi had pulled out the silver needle on Lin Yuanyang's body. The little girl just took some common illegal drugs on the market. Xiao Fengxi only used a few injections to dissolve all the medicinal power. Good. I'd like to ask you, if something happened to the guests who came to the bar for consumption, should your bar be responsible? Xiao Fengxi looked at the man called Brother Long and asked. Of course. Brother Long shook his big bald head. However, he soon showed a bad smile on the corner of his mouth and said, however, is there anything wrong with the guests here? I only know that my brother was beaten, and he was beaten so hard that his leg was broken. Little girl, how much are you going to pay? Lin Yuanyang had strength at this time, and she stood up with Xiao Fengxi's coat on her. I was almost spoiled. Isn't this something bad? Brother Long curled his lips. It was impossible for him to know Lin Yuanyang at all. If he knew that the little girl in front of him was Li Jingyan's sister, he would not dare to offend him. You also said that you were almost spoiled, which means that you were not spoiled. If it hasn't been ruined, it means that nothing happened. Nothing happened. What is the responsibility of our bar? Brother Long's crooked reason directly ignited Lin Yuanyang's anger. When did she suffer from this cowardly spirit? Let go of your mother's fart. Bang! Lin Yuanyang's little face turned red, and he said dirty words and threw a big ear melon seed to Brother Long. what are you? Brother Long was so angry that he was going to fight against the warm sun, but before he raised his hand, he was already lying on the ground. Xiao Fengxi stepped on Brother Long's chest and almost crushed Brother Long's sternum. It's a crook statement, isn't it? I like it best. Tell me another one and I'll listen to it. Looking down at Brother Long, Xiao Fengxi was domineering. Yo yo yo, what kind of man is so majestic? There was a burst of applause, and a group of people entered the box. Fortunately, this box is big enough. Otherwise it wouldn't be enough to accommodate so many people. The speaker was a white-haired man, wearing sunglasses and a white suit, shaking his head and tail as he walked. Brother Baimao, the yellow hair with an ear cut off by Xiao Fengxi can see the person clearly, just like a wronged child seeing his father. You're coming, I'm going to be killed. Woo. Huang Mao pinched the shaved ears and cried with a runny nose and tears. Get out of the hospital, you really lost me. Baimao looked at Huang Mao in disgust, took out a cigarette and put it in his mouth. The younger brother beside him hurried over and lit a cigarette for Baimao. Only then did I'll see Xiao Fengxi stepping on Brother Long under his feet. Just at a glance, the cigarette in Baimao's mouth fell out. It's really a bitch. Why is it this and again? Last time he went to Xiao Fengxi's face, he was almost beaten to death. It was Li Jing of the Li family who found his brother after the incident. Although Fu Lishu is the underground emperor of the whole demon capital, he also has people who can't afford to provoke. Li Jingyan is not afraid of being the helmsman of Li's group, but Li Jingyan has more than this identity. Not to mention, he can't afford to provoke the status of a special combat instructor specially recruited by the Chinese military. What kind of bullshit black and white and grey boss is a scumbag in front of the state mission? Therefore, when Baimao was severely beaten by Xiao Fengxi last time, he was immediately caught and beaten to death by his brother. Moreover, his brother solemnly declared that if Baimao provoked Li Jingyan again, he would let him apologize to death, and never involved him as an elder brother. Baimao, you are very arrogant. Xiao Fengxi looked at the white hair, and his eyes flashed with cold light. Sister Xi, Grandma, I was wrong, Grandma. I really didn't know it was you. Baimao was timidly at that time, and he didn't want to look good, so he knelt down to Xiao Fengxi on the spot. Everyone who saw his action was stunned, and everyone's face was full of shock. Brother Baimao, are you alright? Huang Mao covered his ears, and his head was covered with question marks. What on earth did you do to provoke my grandmother? Say, it's okay for Huang Mao not to ask, but Baimao will explode directly. It was too late for him to hide. The boy actually pulled him and hit him into the mouth of the gun. No, I didn't do anything. No matter how stupid Huang Mao is, he can see something at this time. His voice trembled and his eyes began to dodge. What do you mean you didn't do anything? Did you take off my coat? If my sister-in-law hadn't arrived, you would have taken off my pants. You bastard. Li Nuangyang jumped over, picked up a wine bottle on the table and hit Huang Mao's head. Huang Mao's eyes were smashed with Venus, but he didn't dare to say a word. Baimao can only kneel with his brother's support. He is a hammer. What? Baimao, who was kneeling on the ground, only felt that the 3 souls had lost the 7 souls. That Xiao Fengxi is Li Jingyan's woman. This little girl's name is Xiao Fengxi's sister. In law, that means this little girl is Li Jingyan's sister. Who in the whole demon doesn't know that Li Jingyan is a pet girl madman? He suddenly offended the 2 important women around Li Jingyan. Baimao felt that he should contact the eldest brother now, and the 2 brothers could write a will together. At this time, luxury cars kept rushing outside the bar at night. Some company buses rushed into the night bar aggressively with their bodyguards. Chapter 41. Thank you for giving me a chance. It's a mess outside, and many guests on the first floor of the second floor are looking at the third floor. Some people in the crowd were talking that it seemed that a cruel sister had been bullied. The cruel man was so angry that he beat everyone and directly offended all the rich and powerful second generation in the box. This alarmed many big families in the magic capital, and I'm afraid there is a lot of excitement to watch. Mr. Xiao, here you are. Mr. Zhang, your daughter was also bullied. Brother Wang, your son is not a sports student, and he was also bullied. Bosses in suits and leather shoes with different hairstyles gathered together, and their faces were ugly. No matter who it is, I, Xiao Jiudi, want him to disappear in the devil's capital. As the second in command of Xiao's group, Xiao Jiudi exudes the smell that as long as you dare to provoke me, you will be finished. Everyone else was also a sloppy horse, and naturally walked behind Xiao Jiudi. Why are you blocking the door? Get out of the way. The corridor on the third floor was full of onlookers, And Xiao Jiudi shouted angrily. His personal bodyguard began to go out to drive away the crowd and empty all the seats at the door. When Xiao Ziyou and Xiao Ziyuping saw their father coming, they cried and ran over one by one. Dad, why are you coming so slowly? Xiao Ziyou hugged Xiao Jiudi's arm and shook it. Isn't there something to do with the company? Tell Dad. Who bullied you? Xiao Jiudi touched the heads of Hai's two daughters and said pamperingly. At this time, the other bosses also found their own children. However, some children are relatively smart and quickly wink at their families when they see them. Some people were shocked to find that Bai Mao, the younger brother of Fu Lishu, the underground emperor of the demon capital, was kneeling on the ground. In addition, someone left quietly with the child on the spot. They don't care how strong the Xiao family is, but they don't want to get a powerful role. Li in a daze. Are you Xiao Jiushen's younger brother? Xiao Fengxi looked at Xiao Jiudi and asked. Xiao Jiudi and Xiao Jiushen look very similar, and both of them have a vicious look in their eyes. Haha, who do I think I am? It turns out to be the illegitimate daughter of my good brother. What? The illegitimate daughter has grown up. Does she want to divide the property? If you kneel down obediently and call me second uncle, I may be able to help you persuade my eldest brother. After all, your mother used to serve my eldest brother so hard. Hahaha. Xiao Jiudi knew Xiao Fengxi and also knew Xiao Fengxi's background, but he should never say anything about Xiao Fengxi's mother Su Nianzi. This is Xiao Fengxi's bottom line. However, this is not Madness Island, but China with strict laws. She can't kill a big man like Xiao Jiudi directly. However, Xiao Fengxi is no longer a revenge mission with only rapid killing in his heart. She understands many methods of revenge and is willing to verify him with experiments. I called you second uncle. Do you dare to agree? Xiao Fengxi asked coldly. She lowered her head and played with her nails, and didn't bother to look straight at Xiao Jiudi. Why don't you dare? Obviously, you, an illegitimate girl, are not worthy of my Xiao family. Why don't I dare? Xiao Jiudi let go of his two daughters and stretched out his arms with his teeth and claws. He looked at Xiao Fengxi with provocative eyes. Xiao Fengxi sneered, and then looked at Xiao Jiudi with a very sympathetic look. Hurry up and pretend to speak. Maybe you won't be able to open your mouth again from tomorrow. After saying that, Xiao Fengxi stared coldly at Xiao Ziyou and Xiao Ziyuping. You two calculated my warm son today. If you take the initiative to apologize, forget it. We won't accept any apology. As for the punishment, we will do it ourselves. Innocence is the most important thing for a woman. Since you want to destroy the most important thing in the warm sun, I naturally want to destroy the most important thing in you. But I'm afraid your inalti has been eaten by dogs long ago. So I decided to destroy another most important thing for you. After saying that, Xiao Fengxi looked at the two sisters Xiao Jiudi and Xiao Ziyou fiercely. That's all. Xiao Jiudi couldn't help sneering when he saw that Xiao Fengxi only said a bunch of cruel words and had no substantial action. He spread his hands and mocked wantonly. If you want to take revenge, just come here. You don't think that you can make me unable to sleep because you say a bunch of harsh words. If you don't do it, I'll do it first. Xiao Jiudi waved his hand as he said, and the bodyguard he brought surrounded him. Bai Mao, who was kneeling on the ground, sneered in his heart. He actually found someone who was more stupid than himself. Can Li Jinian be provoked by anyone? Do you really think that they will only compete with the Xiao family in business? I am too lazy to deal with you. After saying that, Xiao Fengxi looked at Bai Mao. Give you a chance to teach me a good lesson for this trash. Hearing Xiao Fengxi's words, Bai Mao suddenly became energetic. Grandma, this is a chance to atone for his sins. Kong stood up suddenly, and Bai Mao nodded and said, Grandma, if you say so, I will stand up. Chapter 48. This matter is not over. Xiao Fengxi didn't look at Bai Mao and called Lin Yuanniang to sit beside him. I gave you the opportunity, but I'm afraid you won't use it. Her words directly aroused Bai Mao's desire to win or lose. Grandma, without further ado, you just need to look at Dasung's performance. The white-haired chest clapped. He and his eldest brother are not very educated, but both of them follow the same truth. That is, the weak eat the strong. They have no sympathy for the weak. They feel that it is not shameful to be a grandson to treat the strong who can't afford to provoke. After all, the so-called backbone is worthless in the face of life and death. Xiao Fengxi and Lin Yuanniang rely on Li Jinian, the king of hell, so naturally they can't afford to provoke. But the Xiao family is different. Although the Xiao family is powerful, there is also a samurai team led by a sword blade. However, the Xiao family has no official background. If Bai Mao and the eldest brother Fu Chu really use all their relationships, they will not be able to survive. And they have a huge advantage. That is, they are barefoot and not afraid of wearing shoes. Anyway, they have nothing. They can live just by collecting some protection fees. Naturally, Xiao Jiudi also knows Bai Mao. However, Since Bai Mao's brother Fu Lishu became a fortune, the Xiao family and they have been in a state of not offering the river. Therefore, there is no such thing as who is afraid of who. They all go their own ways and earn their own money. White hair, how dare you touch me? I asked your brother Fu Lu if he had water. If you touch me, you are against the Xiao family. Can you bear the consequences? Seeing Bai Mao standing up and smiling sinisterly at himself, Xiao Jiudi scolded angrily. However, Bai Mao's neck was stiff and he didn't even look at Xiao Jiudi. He shouted at the people he brought, which was extremely arrogant. Brothers, you all heard my grandmother's words. Give me a call. If you knock down one, I will reward you with 10 万元. With Bai Mao's order, the bastard he brought directly took the matter. I was on the spot and touched Xiao Jiudi's people. Some hold wine bottles, some hold plates, and some even stabbed people with toothpicks. Xiao Jiudi also brought a large number of bodyguards, but his bodyguards are high-ranking most of the time. The combat experience is not as rich as the bastard who fights every day. Therefore, after the battle began, Xiao Jiudi fell directly into the passive side. But after all, those people are professionally trained bodyguards, and after waking up, they also back into burst into potential. The two groups of people can't get along with each other, and some people with good eyes have already slipped away. After about 10 minutes, the box became quiet. All the people present were lying on the ground, and no one was not hanging the lottery. Only then did Xiao Fengxi pull Lin Yuanyang to stand up and walk to Xiao Jiudi. At this moment, Xiao Jiudi is not as majestic as just now. The buttons of the suit fell apart, the glasses were broken, and the sleeves were torn off. Xiao Fengxi looked down at him and whispered, "This matter is not over. I hope you can talk to me next time I see you." With a cold snort, Xiao Fengxi walked out of the box with Lin Yuanyang. The people watching outside shouted to get out of the way, and they all saluted Xiao Fengxi and the two of them tremblingly. Lin Yuanyang just cried to death because he was almost spoiled. Now seeing so many people looking at her with surprised and admiring eyes, she unconsciously straightened her chest. If it weren't for the sister-in-law to walk as usual, she would have kicked away. The red Ferrari roared and left, and the owner of the night bar ran out with a dark face. Who did he provoke? These ancestors actually came to him to settle personal grudges. Sister-in-law, is this car your new one? Lin Yuanyang sat in the car and touched here and there. Isn't this car from Li? I drove it casually in the yard. Xiao Fengxi was also stunned. It's definitely not my family's. I don't remember this car, Lin Yuanyang said with certainty. Oh, then let's put the car back as soon as possible. Xiao Fengxi stepped on the accelerator a little more. Sister-in-law, thank you so much. I'm really relieved today. Lin Yuanyang waved his small fist, revealing two small tiger teeth. This is relieved X. You are too easy to forgive others. Wait, as expected, the two Xiao and Xiao sisters will take the initiative to kneel down and beg for mercy tomorrow. You can ask them to come to me. At that time, I asked them to know what it means to be high and high. Xiao Fengxi also smiled, but there was a touch of fierceness in her smile. Lin Yuanyang didn't know why, but what the sister-in-law said was right. Back home, Lin Yuanyang kicked open the door of his second brother Li Jingju's room. When she was bullied, she called the eldest brother and the second brother, but no one got through, so this account can't be counted. Li Jingyan was not at home, so he asked Li Jingju to settle the deal first. However, Lin Yuanyang entered the room and saw the second brother lying on the ground. Li Jingju was wearing headphones and a brush in one hand. He lay on the ground with a pale face and purple lips. Second brother, come on. Lin Yuanyang suddenly panicked and shouted loudly. Xiao Fengxi was just about to call his aunt when he heard Lin Yuanyang's voice and rushed over. Tang Susu also ran down from the fourth floor, carrying an 18 or 19-year-old girl. However, when she saw her husband like this, there was a trace of excitement in the depths of her worried and panicked eyes. Is it dead? Won't you come back to life? Chapter 47. Someone wants him to die. Sincerely, what's wrong with you? Tang Susu rushed over and directly bumped into Xiao Fengxi and Lin Yuanyang. She held Li Jingju in her arms and shook it desperately. When Xiao Fengxi saw this scene, his eyes couldn't help darkening. Xing, call the doctor here quickly. While shaking Li Jingju in his arms, Tang Susu shouted at the GRL she brought. The girl's name is Tang Xing, who is Tang Susu's younger sister. Oh, Tang Xing ran out with a promise. She looked anxious, but her steps were obviously too casual. Sister-in-law, don't you know medicine? Can you show it to my second brother? Lin Yuanyang was also very anxious. He grabbed Xiao Fengxi's wrist and begged. Seeing this, Xiao Fengxi bent down and stretched out his hand to check Li Jingju's pulse. What are you doing? Open it for me. Who knew that as soon as she stretched out her hand, Tang Susu slapped her in the face. However, Tang Susu's hand did not hit Xiao Fengxi. Her full blow was like a slow motion in Xiao Fengxi's eyes. This matter has nothing to do with Xiao Fengxi, and she has no feelings for Li Jinju. His wife stopped him, so Xiao Fengxi simply ignored him. Second sister-in-law, you are crazy. My sister-in-law treated me last time I got sick. How could Lin Yuanyang understand Tang Susu's actions and questioned loudly, why should I trust her? It's not that there is no family doctor at home. Tang Susu pulled her neck and roared, which was completely different from her usual gentle and elegant temperament. Sister, I asked the servant, and he said that the doctor asked for leave today. I just called, and the ambulance is coming soon. After about 2 minutes, Tang Xingxing ran back. At this time, Tang Susu was still shaking and calling Li Jinju. Li Jinju has completely lost consciousness, and his life characteristics are disappearing little by little. What should I do? Second brother, don't scare me. Lin Yuanyang is only 18 years old. I have never seen this situation. She cried and called her mother, but Zong Hao went to Jingfishan to return her wish. In order to show her pity, her mobile phone was turned off when she left. Lin Yuanyang was anxious to death, but the only grandmother at home was unreliable. The old lady is over 60 years old. Every day, she either dances with swords and guns or drives out to rock. Except for 3 meals a day, the old lady is basically out of home. Don't cry, he won't die for a while. Xiao Fengxi was upset by Lin Yuanyang's crying. Her 100 consecutive wins in the game just now were lost by Lin Yuanyang's tears. Really? Sister-in-law, do you know what's wrong with my second brother? Lin Yuanyang, like a drowning person, saw a life saving straw and suddenly ran to Xiao Fengxi. Poisoned? Someone wants him to die and doesn't want to be seen. This poison is colorless and tasteless, and it can't be detected by any means after death. The only drawback is that the effect of the drug is a little slow, and it takes at least an hour from attack to death. Xiao Fengxi's words really shocked Lin Yuanyang. However, she lowered her voice when she spoke, and she was on the sofa in the living room, so Tang Susu and Tang Xingxing in the room couldn't hear her words. Is it her? Although Lin Yuanyang is careless and wayward, she is not stupid. The second brother usually doesn't go out of the door, and he has no enemies at all. The only possibility is the second sister-in-law Tang Susu, because the eldest brother and sister-in-law were not at home in the past 2 days. The second brother and the second sister-in-law had 2 major quarrels. She accidentally heard something. Maybe the second sister-in-law married the second brother because of love at all. The second sister-in-law likes the eldest brother. Marrying the second brother is just to get close to the eldest brother, and it seems that the second sister-in-law hasn't let the second brother touch her in the past 2 years of marriage. However, after those 2 quarrels, the second sister-in-law gave in first and took the initiative to apologize to the second brother. It is unknown if the second brother forgives the second sister-in-law or not. After that, the second sister-in-law went back to her mother's house and brought her own sister back to live at home. Could it be that the second sister-in-law didn't want to endure it after the last quarrel? Unexpectedly, he was murderous about the second brother. Lin Yuanyang was startled by his own guess and broke out in a cold sweat. Second sister-in-law, get out of the way. Let the sister-in-law show it to the second brother. She rushed into the room again and scolded Tang Susu loudly. However, the more Tang Susu heard that Xiao Fengxi could save Li Jinju, the less she would let her come and check. Why did this little bitch come back at this time? It's really bad. After waiting for about 3 minutes, the ambulance really came. The doctor hurriedly put Li Jinju into the ambulance, and the family hurried to the hospital. Sure enough, as Xiao Fengxi said, the hospital couldn't find the cause of the disease at all. But Li Jinju's body organs are really exhausting rapidly. Prepare for the future. This is what the doctor said to Tang Susu by shaking his head. Lin Yuanyang was also there. When he heard the doctor's words, he was instantly furious. What a fucking second sister-in-law. If she dares to prevent the first sister-in-law from treating the second brother, she will kill this woman. He stared at Tang Susu fiercely. Lin Yuanyang cried and went to the corridor to find Xiao Fengxi. Chapter 44. There is someone under the bed. Sister-in-law, I beg you to save my second brother. I don't want to be without my second brother. Lin Yuanyang rushed into Xiao Fengxi's arms, and his crying body trembled. Although they are all 18 years old, Xiao Fengxi has always come from the edge of life and death. She is also older than Lin Yuanyang. I don't know how many years older. Also because of the lack of family affection since childhood, Xiao Fengxi understands the importance of family affection to people very well. The most important thing is that if she doesn't take action, Li Jinju will really die. Well, you go and deal with your second sister in-law, and I'll save your second brother. Touching the top of Li Nuoyang's head, Xiao Fengxi said softly. Li Nuoyang suddenly came to his senses and immediately ran to the ward. At this moment, Li Jingju's body is full of various instruments, and Tang Susu is communicating something with the doctor. Seeing Xiao Fengxi and Li Nuoyang coming in, Tang Susu frowned on the spot. What are you doing in? Don't worry about it. Li Nuoyang directly shook off the young lady's temper this time and staggered Tang Susu. Doctor, someone here can save my second brother. Please go out. Li Nuoyang's action scared the doctor, and the next words surprised the doctor even more. They just mobilized the top medical team of the whole Devil's Capital for consultation in the shortest time. People can't be saved. This is not the conclusion of one or two doctors, but the judgment of dozens of old experts and professors. Now the little girl actually says that Li Jingju can still be saved, which is simply saying that the people in their hospital are all waste. Miss Li, I understand your feelings, but what else did the doctor say? But was directly interrupted by Li Nuoyang. Go and get the exemption agreement. Anything that happens in your hospital in the future has nothing to do with your hospital. This sentence directly made the doctor speechless, and he couldn't find any refutation at all. I'm going to call the dean over. Finally, the doctor muttered in a low voice and ran to the person in charge of the hospital. Warm son, are you crazy? Can't you let your second brother live quietly? Tang Susu got up on the ground and wanted to grab Li Nuoyang's hands. However, Li Nuoyang took a step back and didn't let Tang Susu touch him. Finally, I will call you my second sister-in-law. I tell you that as long as my second brother still has a glimmer of life, I will not give up. And although my second brother doesn't usually exercise much, there is nothing wrong with his body. How can it suddenly fail? If the hospital says he has a sudden illness, forget it. But the cause of the disease can't be found out at all. Don't you think it's strange? There are some things I don't want to say now. Let's talk about everything when my eldest brother comes back and the second brother wakes up. Li Nuoyang has no conclusive evidence now, so he didn't explain his words directly, but the spearhead in the words has been clearly aimed at Tang Susu. Do you doubt me? Tang Susu immediately showed an aggrieved look, but in the bottom of her heart, she is still not afraid at all, because Tang Xingxin said that the medicine was colorless and tasteless, and it could not be found out by any means. Even if Li Jingju can't die this time, she will have another time. Soon, the person in charge of the hospital came. As a hospital, their essence is to save people, but the hospital really can't do anything this time, so it's just second, as long as it doesn't take responsibility. Li Nuoyang's name was signed in the exemption agreement. At this time, Tang Susu also pretended to sign the name. Everyone withdraws, and I'm going to start the rescue. Seeing the passage of time, Xiao Fengxi was ready to do it. Girl, do you need any equipment and help? The old dean of the hospital asked. No, just close the door. Xiao Fengxi answered, and Li Nuoyang quickly drove everyone out. The ward became quiet in an instant, and Xiao Fengxi took out a set of purple silver needles in his close-fitting pocket, removed all the instruments on Li Jingju's body, and Xiao Fengxi began her acupuncture. The silver needle seemed to have life in her hand, and it was shot into Li Jingju's acupuncture points in every flick of her fingers. Even through his clothes, Xiao Fengxi just poked the acupuncture point with his finger and didn't hesitate to inject. Not long, most of the silver needle in Xiao Fengxi's hand has been used. Li Jingju was also stabbed like a hedgehog, and the silver needles on his body were dense. When the last silver needle was pierced, Xiao Fengxi exhaled softly. Then, Xiao Fengxi began to play with the silver needle rhythmically and regularly. The silver needles in different positions were touched, constantly stimulating Li Jingju's acupuncture point. Xiao Fengxi inside is extremely serious, and the people outside are also extremely nervous. Li Nuoyang and Tang Susu were walking around the corridor. Although they are both worried about Li Jingju's life and death, the expectations of the two people are completely opposite. The person in charge of the hospital and some expert old doctors were also nervously guarding outside the door. I want to see if the patients they have sentenced to death can be saved. The waiting time is always long. An hour later, Xiao Fengxi stopped moving the silver needle in the ward. She looked under Li Jingju's hospital bed and said coldly, "Come out. I know you're there." Chapter 45. Women are really strange. As soon as Xiao Fengxi's words fell, the people under the hospital bed were shocked. She also wanted to do it just now, but Xiao Fengxi's position was too tricky. Without full certainty, she can only lie under the bed all the time. Tang Xingxin, right? Why did you kill me? Xiao Fengxi looked at Tang Xingxin, who crawled out from under the bed, and asked. Since Li Nuoyang made a fuss in the ward and asked her to treat Li Jingju, Tang Xingxin disappeared. With Xiao Fengxi's martial arts realm How could he not notice that there was still a person hiding under the bed? If it hadn't been for Li Jingju's poison, Xiao Fengxi would have had to eliminate this disaster first. Tang Xingxing came out from the hospital bed. She knew that she couldn't kill Xiao Fengxi today. I can confess, but I want a happy one. Can you give it to me? Tang Xingxing took out several quenching weapons she carried with her and put them in front of Xiao Fengxi. You are not qualified to negotiate terms with me now. See, Xiao Fengxi didn't give Tang Xingxing any chance at all, and directly forced her to ask. I killed you because of the second person from above. I was the one who was killed by the shadow. It's just to help my sister by doing Li Jingju a favor. Tang Xingxing's words made Xiao Fengxi unexpected. But before she dies, there should be no need for this girl to lie. Very good, you are very poisonous, but it's a pity that you bumped into me. Let's go home to see relatives, friends and parents, and then wait for death. Xiao Fengxi waved his hand and said nothing more. However, Tang Xingxing knew that her life was not long away. Xiao Fengxi can easily untie the poison on Li Jingju's body, which is enough to prove Xiao Fengxi's achievements in using poison. Poison is something that can kill people invisibly, which is more terrifying than any kung fu and weapon. The door of the ward opened, and the people outside shouted and surrounded them. However, the person who came out was Tang Xingxing, and everyone was stunned. Didn't the ward empty just now? Xingxing, why are you in there? Tang Susu was also shocked to see his sister coming out of the ward. She was so scared just now that she ignored where Tang Xingxing had gone. Tang Xingxing's face is pale now, and her whole state is numb. She walked like a sleepwalker until she disappeared at the end of the hospital corridor. Lin Yuanyang gently opened the door of the ward, and Xiao Fengxi happened to come out of the ward. Sister-in-law, my second brother, don't worry, the person has been saved, but the toxins in his body have not been discharged cleanly, and he needs to be observed for a day. Xiao Fengxi touched the top of Lin Yuanyang's head and said, you mean my husband is poisoned? Tang Susu looked shocked, but what answered her was Xiao Fengxi's fist. With just one punch, Tang Susu, who was beaten by Xiao Fengxi, covered his stomach and lay on the ground and couldn't speak. Yuanyang, you can take good care of her. I just called the police. Your second brother poisoned her as the mastermind. Xiao Fengxi's words shocked everyone present and looked at Tang Susu on the ground indisbelievably. Your sister has said everything, and you don't have to argue. Looking at Tang Susu, who was still struggling to stand up, Xiao Fengxi shook his mobile phone. I have a video here, which your sister admitted. Hearing Xiao Fengxi's words, Tang Susu calmed down. She sat on the ground in a daze, and her whole body was like a wooden chicken. In fact, she was hopeless to see Li Jingyan, so she wanted to give up and get some family property. She and Li Jingju are husband and wife. If she is weighed out, she can take over all of Li Jingju's personal property. Even many shares of Li's group have become shareholders of Li's group. But now it seems that her plan has completely failed. At this moment, there was a rapid sound of footsteps in the corridor of the hospital. Li Jingyan came in a hurry with Xiao. Just now, when Xiao Fengxi was giving Li Jingju acupuncture, Li Jingyan had already flown from Kyoto to the magic capital. Seeing that his sister had called him more than a dozen times, Li Jingyan knew that something must have happened at home. He asked Xiao to pick him up and rushed as fast as he could. How's it going? Li Jingyan frowned and asked. Brother, you're here. My sister-in-law has just finished treating the second brother, and her life is no longer in danger. And, Lin Yuanyang said and looked at Tang Susu on the ground. The sister-in-law has got the evidence that she poisoned the second brother. Li Jingyan's eyes also looked at Tang Susu, and his indifferent eyes were as sharp as a knife. Tang Susu looked at Li Jingyan pitifully, but the man's coldness made her fall into an ice cave. Xiao Wu, inform Li's group to carry out a comprehensive suppression of the Tang family. Tomorrow morning, I will see the news that the Tang family announced bankruptcy. Every word of his words was a sharp arrow, which made Tang Susu tremble all over. After ordering Xiao, Li Jingyan came to Xiao Fengxi again. He looked at Xiao Fengxi and felt that the little girl was a little deep and unpredictable. Thank you, Li Jingyan sincerely thanked. However, Xiao Fengxi obviously had no feelings for him and turned to look at Lin Yuanyang. You're welcome. I saved people for the face of the warm sun. Li Jingyan, women are really strange. He still remembers that when Xiao Fengxi just met Lin Yuanyang, he almost strangled him, and he saved Xiao Fengxi under the siege of countless policemen. I'm hungry. Get me something to eat. Xiao Fengxi didn't know Li Jingyan's psychological activity and sat on the bench in the corridor and said, since she promised to treat Li Jingju, she must be responsible for waiting for someone to wake up. I'm going to buy it. Lin Yuanyang agreed to raise his legs and walk out. However, when passing by Xiao Fengxi, her little hand was caught by Xiao Fengxi. You sit here with me and let H. im go. Xiao Fengxi pointed to Li Jingyan, Chapter 46 Not all apologies will be forgiven. Li Jinyan went out to buy food in person, but he didn't know what Xiao Fengxi liked to eat. So he directly took the menu and asked the chef to cook a book. Hundreds of cold meat and hot medicine directly filled the hospital corridor. Li Yuanyang looked at his eldest brother and felt that his face was a little red. Xiao Fengxi was also speechless and looked back at Li Jinyan, who handed over the chopsticks. 大姐, I happen to be in the hospital. Do you want to go to the brain department for a check-on? Li Jinyan was speechless when he was hit. He had never done such a small thing, so naturally he chose the simplest way to solve it. The police arrived when Xiao Fengxi was eating. Xiao Fengxi processed the video he recorded and handed it over to the police as evidence. She only chose a few of those meals she liked, and the rest were given to the doctors and nurses in the hospital. In the evening, Zong Tao and Grandma Li also rushed to the hospital. Xiao Fengxi went into the ward several times in the middle, and Li Jingju's condition was getting better little by little. The supporting facilities of the VIP ward are quite complete, so Zong Tao opened 2 more wards for Xiao Fengxi to have a rest. At 8 o'clock in the evening, Xiao Fengxi, who was resting in the ward, heard a chaos in the corridor. She went out and happened to see a girl kneeling on the ground holding Li Yuanyang's legs and crying silently. Warm son, I beg you. I know I'm wrong. I won't dare to do it with you again. I beg you. Would you like your sister-in-law to save my father and sister? How arrogant Xiao Zaiyo was during the day. How embarrassed he was crying now. After returning home at the night bar, her father Xiao Jiudi had symptoms of tongue numbness. However, at first, they didn't take it seriously. They just asked the family doctor to deal with the trauma caused by fighting with Bai Mao and others. However, when Xiao Jiudi woke up in the afternoon, he found that he could not speak. His tongue was completely out of control, and his whole mouth was unconscious. Until then, they didn't realize the seriousness of the problem, and they still thought that the fight might have damaged some vascular nerves or something. The family doctor couldn't find out the reason after an examination. Delaying until dinner time, Xiao Jiudi finally couldn't stand it. His mouth began to bleed and gave off a stench. In a hurry, the family rushed to Modu Hospital. Also on the way to the hospital, Xiao Zaiyo thought of Xiao Fengxi's words. She asked Xiao Jiudi to cherish the time when she could talk. He also said that Xiao Jiudi would not be able to speak again tomorrow. Xiao Zaiyo was suddenly very scared. Only then did she realize what she had messed with. I just arrived at the hospital, and the expert taught me for a consultation. Before the study of how to treat Xiao Jiudi, Xiao Zaiyuping, Zaiyo's sister, had an accident again. The facial expression of her whole face began to be out of control. The muscles and skin on the face also began to sag strangely. At the age of 18, she is as old as a flower, but her delicate face has become an old woman in a short time. Seeing this, Xiao Zaiyo remembered Xiao Fengxi's words again. To take away their most precious things. They have long lost their chastity, so their most precious thing now is this pair of skins. Looking at the doctor pushing Xiao Xiyuping into various instruments to do various examinations, Xiao Zaiyo was very scared. Just when she was at a loss, she accidentally saw Li Yuanyang. She, who had already collapsed psychologically, could not care about the so-called face, so she directly knelt down and begged for mercy. Although Li Yuanyang was very surprised, she thought of her sister-in-law saying that if Xiao Zaiyo came to beg for mercy, she would not forgive her easily, and she also gave up her heart. However, Li Yuanyang was very curious about what kind of means the sister-in-law used to clean up the Xiao family. Looking at Xiao Zaiyo's way of being scared to death, I guess it must be very serious. Sister-in-law, seeing Xiao Fengxi coming out, Li Yuanyang quickly walked to Xiao Fengxi's side. Xiao Zaiyo also crawled over, but when she wanted to hug Xiao Fengxi's thigh, she was kicked away by Xiao Fengxi. Xiao Fengxi, right, I was wrong. I really knew I was wrong. I promise I will never appear in front of you again. I promise I won't do anything to hurt Yuanyang in the future. I apologize to you for what my father said at noon. You are not an illegitimate daughter. Xiao Wangwen is an illegitimate daughter. Your mother is the main wife of the Xiao family, and Xiao Wangwen's mother, Yu Yan, is a bitch and a junior. If you want revenge, go to my uncle Xiao Jiushen. Please let our family go. Okay. Xiao Zaiyo's cry echoed in the corridor of the hospital. Li Jinyan, Zong Tao and Grandma Li all came out. However, they all knew that Xiao Fengxi and the Xiao family had a hatred of not sharing the same heaven, so they did not intervene. Xiao Fengxi sat slowly on the bench in the corridor and looked at Xiao Zaiyo coldly. Who told you that as long as you apologize and admit your mistake, you will be forgiven? You should think about this consequence when you let people bully Yuanyang. But I didn't succeed. Didn't you save her? Xiao Zaiyo tried to argue, but Xiao Fengxi won't listen to this king. D of fallacy. Yes, I saved her, and now I haven't stopped others from saving you. If you have the ability, just ask someone to save you. Why do you come to me to kneel down and beg for mercy? Chapter 47. Prepare to tell what happened that year. Xiao Fengxi's words directly made Xiao Ziyou unable to refute, and she stood up on the ground. Are you sure you won't save people? Xiao Ziyou was a little annoyed and angry. You have nothing to do with me. Why should I save you? When I have time, I will pay attention to stray cats and dogs. They will show me the door and catch mice. Xiao Fengxi's words mocked. Okay, since you don't eat the soft one, just wait for the police to come to your door. Xiao Ziyou roared and left with tears in his eyes. She called Xiao Jiushen and told the uncle the news. Xiao Jiushen comforted him on the phone, saying that he would put down what he was doing and come right away. However, after hanging up the phone, Xiao Jiushen sat motionless on the sofa. He has been having a headache these 2 days. The sudden change of partners of the God of Fortune group caused Xiao's group to encounter an unprecedented crisis. Some group companies cooperating with Xiao's group have proposed to terminate the contract and question it. I think it must be that Xiao's group has done something excessive, which will cause the God of Wealth group to change its fortune temporarily. Xiao Jiushen's legs have been broken these days, and he has been desperately maintaining customer relations. However, there was also news from the shadow killing side. He said that the target he wanted to kill was too strong, and the shadow killing side had lost 2 top killers. However, the task will continue, provided that Xiao Jiushen will add money. Now his situation is a bunch of bad things in the group company. Xiao Fengxi didn't kill and gave several times the commission. The only good news is that Xiao Fengxi didn't come out to find him in the past 2 days. What's the matter? Yu Yan came in from outside and handed Xiao Jiushen a glass of milk. I don't know how the second family offended Xiao Fengxi, the little bitch. Now 3 of a family of 4 are admitted to the hospital. The hospital said that it could not be cured. So Xiao Li wanted me to take the police to put pressure on Xiao Fengxi. Xiao Jiushen said as he drank milk. Yu Yan's eyes lit up when she heard Xiao Jiushen's words. This is not the right opportunity to get rid of the second one. I think so too. But how to deal with Xiao Fengxi is really a headache. Xiao Jiushen scratched his head, feeling that his brain was about to explode. If it doesn't work, let's talk about what happened that year. Yu Yan thought about it carefully and said, you can't fight, and you can't kill. It's better to divert her attention first and slowly find a chance to get rid of her later. Xiao Jiushen frowned and asked without confidence, will she forgive? Forgive or not, you always have to try to know. Otherwise, you know how she will deal with you next. Yu Yan gritted her teeth and was ready to bear the burden of humiliation. After waiting for about half an hour, Xiao Jiushen took Yu Yan and Xiao Wangwen to the hospital. In the corridor of the VIP ward, Xiao Ziyou was covering his face and crying bitterly. Her face has also begun to appear abnormally, and the originally smooth skin on her body has also begun to become wrinkled. The head of the hospital and the doctor are busy, but the symptoms of Xiao Jiudi's family could not be alleviated. Xiao Li, how is your father? Xiao Jiushen asked anxiously when he arrived. But now Xiao Ziyou is so crying that she can't speak. Xiao Jiushen followed the doctor to check. It was found that Xiao Jiudi was already dying. His mouth is inexplicably swollen, and his face looks like a frog. And now Xiao Jiudi's breathing has affected his breathing due to the swelling of his mouth and throat. People don't have much consciousness in the first place. If they lose the ability to breathe autonomously, they will definitely not be able to live. Looking at Xiao Ziyou, the little girl was lying on the hospital bed, and her whole body was like a melted wax figure. Even though Xiao Ziyou had described the situation to Xiao Jiushen on the phone, Xiao Jiushen was still deeply shocked by the sight. He decided that he must soften Xiao Fengxi first. This girl is really cruel and terrible. Yu Yan and Xiao Wangwen were also in a straight heart. They followed Xiao Jiushen around the ward and hurried out. Xiao Jiushen came to Xiao Ziyou's hospital bed and asked softly, girl, do you know which ward Xiao Fengxi is in? Xiao Ziyou thought that Xiao Jiushen was the master for them, and suddenly he came to his senses. Although she also has symptoms of skin aging and mental depression, but she fell on the disease relatively late, so she still has some mobility. I know, uncle. Come with me. Why didn't you bring the police? Xiao Ziyou said as he took Xiao Jiudi and to the direction of Xiao Fengxi's ward. Xiao Jiushen didn't say anything, but he already despised his niece's IQ in his heart. He dared to guarantee that even if he brought the police here, it would be useless. That will also annoy Xiao Fengxi even more. Stop. Our wife is resting. No one should disturb you. Li Jinian arranged bodyguards outside Xiao Fengxi's door. When he saw someone coming over, he stopped him. However, At this time, Xiao Fengxi didn't know whether it was a coincidence or knew that someone was coming. He just opened the door and came out. Xiao Ziyou immediately looked at Xiao Fengxi angrily, looking forward to the uncle's action to sanction the woman. Li Nuanyang's family also came out and stared at Xiao Jiushen unkindly, fearing that Xiao Fengxi would be bullied. Xiao Jiushen took 2 deep breaths and took a step forward. The next second, he actually knelt in front of Xiao Fengxi in front of everyone. Chapter 248 Shocking Secrets. Xiao Fengxi was also stunned. He didn't know what the hell Xiao Jiushen was doing. Yu Yan and Xiao Wangwen also knelt down when they saw this, with a sincere attitude. Uncle, what are you doing? Don't ask for this bitch. I've already knelt down to her. You can come to the policeman. She poisoned our family. Let the policeman force her to detoxify us. Uncle. Xiao Ziyou was the most shocked. Her spirit is already on the verge of collapse. Now that she has knelt down to Xiao Fengxi, the last hope in her heart has been shattered. Shut up. I'm already a mod bodhisattva crossing the river. I don't have time to take care of you. Xiao Jiushen roared at Xiao Ziyou and directly petrified Xiao Ziyou on the spot. Then, Xiao Jiushen turned his head and looked at Xiao Fengxi. Can I talk to you? I have something to tell you about your mother. Hearing the word mother, Xiao Fengxi's eyes jumped. Come in with me. Anyway, Xiao Fengxi was not afraid that Xiao Jiushen could ape any demons, so he went straight back to the room. Xiao Jiushen stood up on the ground and followed him under the angry gaze of the Li family. In the room, Xiao Fengxi sat on the hospital bed, and Xiao Jiushen stood there like that. Actually, I'm not your father. Xiao Jiushen's words almost shocked Xiao Fengxi to sit up from the hospital bed. What did you say? Her voice unconsciously increased. I mean, I'm not your biological father. If you don't believe me, we can do a paternity test. Xiao Jiushen repeated it more carefully. Xiao Fengxi couldn't sit still this time. She stood up and walked to Xiao Jiushen and stared at Xiao Jiushen's eyes. Tell me in detail. If you can't explain it clearly, I'll kill you now. Over the past 18 years, it can be said that the meaning of Xiao Fengxi's existence is revenge, and there is only one enemy of her own, that is, Xiao Jiushen, who abandoned her mother. Now Xiao Jiushen suddenly said that Xiao Fengxi was not his daughter. How could this not shock Xiao Fengxi? Alas. Xiao Jiushen sighed and spoke slowly. 20 years ago, I met your mother when she was traveling. I went to X to pick up and often contacted her after asking for her contact information. After a time, we were together. Then one day, your mother suddenly met a dying man on the street. Your mother is excellent in medicine and kind, so she saved the man by the way. Who knew that that man was unscrupulous, that he wanted to dominate your mother after recovery? I want to resist, but that man is too powerful. He threatened me that as long as I sent your mother to his bed, I would spare my whole family. Otherwise, the Xiao family will not be able to survive. I'm scared. I lied to your mother that night and drank a lot of wine. Your mother was drunk. I clicked. There was a creased sound in the ward, and Xiao Fengxi broke the handrail of the hospital bed with one hand. Let's continue. The man left after he was satisfied, and everything was quiet again. In fact, your mother doesn't know anything, because she was in my arms when she woke up the next day. But since then, I felt that she was dirty and never touched her again. She thought she was pregnant with my child, but it was actually the man. Later, Xiao's family forced me to get married as soon as possible. How can I marry a woman who has been fingered by others? So I married your mother's best friend Yu Yan. And in order to cover up the fact that I used to wear a cuckold hat, I decided to do nothing. But the whole thing really doesn't blame me. If you want to blame, you can only blame your mother for being too bad. If she doesn't save that guy, nothing else will happen. I will really marry her and spoil her for the rest of my life. I will also be a good father. Xiao Jiushen's face was full of regret, but in fact, he wanted to shirk responsibility. Who is that person? Xiao Fengxi's face is solemn at this moment, and his heart seems to have turned upside down. I don't know either. I know that your mother used her own blood as medicine when she saved him. Also, the man seems to have severe asthma, and one of his eyeballs is a mechanical eyeball. Xiao Jiushen recalled the details carefully. After saying that, he secretly looked at Xiao Fengxi's face. Inside, the root of all this is because your mother saved people indiscriminately and the man's wolf heart and dog lungs. So, if you want to take revenge, can you go to that man? Xiao Jiushen's voice is getting quieter and quieter, because Xiao Fengxi has exuded a strong murderous opportunity. Let's do a paternity test. Xiao Fengxi didn't say anything else. Anyway, he is in the hospital now. Let's talk about everything after the paternity test. Good. Good. Xiao Jiushen thought that his words had impressed Xiao Fengxi and agreed. After that, the two went to collect blood and hair. Xiao Jiushen left the hospital with a smile, and he didn't care about the life or death of his own brother Xiao Jiudi. Xiao Fengxi returned to his room. 大写 H. He took out his mobile phone and dialed Shen Lihu's number. Try your best to suppress Xiao's group and don't give him any chance to cash out. It's best not only to let him go bankrupt, but also to make him in debt. Wait a minute. Let you have enough of the hardships in the world, and then I will send you to see the King of Hell. Chapter 49. Hurry up and cook raw rice for me. After making a call, Xiao Fengxi logged into the dark web. She wants to find the man who has asthma and a metal eyeball. Although Xiao Jiushen is hateful, this person is also extremely guilty. When Xiao Fengxi was browsing on the dark web, the door was gently knocked. Li Jinian came in with a glass of honey water. Drink some water. He handed the water cup to Xiao Fengxi. However, Xiao Fengxi is not very thirsty now, so he didn't pick it up. Leave it for now. What's the matter with you? Xiao Fengxi asked. I have something to do. What's the matter? I'll send you some water. Xiao Fengxi, is there anything else? 大写 N. Oh, then you go. Okay. After less than 10 seconds of the conversation, Li Jinian walked out of Xiao Fengxi's ward with a dark face. He frowned and felt doubt in his heart. That's not right. Since he was a child, the women he met were full of smiles in front of him. Even as long as he appears in public, he needs bodyguards to make way to avoid the women who pursue him crazily. His younger sister, Li Nuonaiyang, also teased him that as long as he opened his mouth, 80% of married women in Model would divorce for him. Although it's a bit exaggerated, it's true that he has been very feminine since he was a child. But why is it not easy to use when you get to Xiao Fengxi's place? Could it be that she is a man? This is also impossible. Xiao Fengxi has all the characteristics of women, and they are also very obvious. It can't be. There is a problem with sexual orientation, right? Xiao Fengxi only heard the door being slammed shut. If she knew the psychological activities of the domineering NG president in just a few steps away from the room, I have to open Li Jinian's head to study what's inside. How's it going? Why did it come out so soon? Outside the door, Grandma Li saw her eldest grandson coming out so quickly, and her heart was pulled. What's the matter? It's just a glass of water. Li Jinian looked at his grandmother and went directly to his brother Li Jingju's ward. Oh, you idiot. Your daughter-in-law doesn't have much feelings for you. You don't know how to hold on. If Somir meets a pair of eyes one day, it won't be your business. Let me tell you, hurry up and cook raw rice for me. Give birth to a younger brother for me. Grandma Li was on for driving and chattered behind her eldest grandson. Wait. Do you want me to give birth to a younger brother for you? Li Jinian stopped suddenly, and the old lady suddenly bumped into the back of her eldest grandson. I call your daughter-in-law master, and her son is of course my younger brother. Grandma Li is a serious investor. Li Jinian was speechless on the spot, feeling that his grandmother should go to the brain department for a look. Coming to Li Jingju's room, Li Jingju has woken up at this moment. Zong Tao and Li Nuonaiyang are talking with him, but Li Jingju is still in a very bad condition. He really loved Tang Susu, but this woman refreshed his reviews. However, the attempted murder was enough for Tang Susu to spend the rest of his life in prison. She was stupid alone and even had the whole Tang family buried, which was not a big price. Big brother. Seeing Li Jinian coming in, Li Jingju shouted. Li Jinian nodded and pulled a chair to sit down. You should take good care of it. The hospital has checked it, and you won't leave any sequelae. Li Jinian knew how important painting was to Li Jing, so he specially asked the doctor to check it. Thank my sister-in-law for me. Li Jingju said with a smile that he already knew that it was Xiao Fengxi who saved him. After chatting for a while, Li's family left the ward so that Li Jingju could have a better rest. Li Jinian came to the end of the corridor and took out the phone to dial Xiao Wu. Xiao Wu, did you notice which dishes the little girl ate today? If you want to capture a person's heart, you must first grab her stomach. Li Jinian seems to have heard such a sentence. Xiao Wu, he is a special assistant, but today Mr. Li asked the chef to cook a dish. Who would pay attention to which dishes the little girl picked out of hundreds of dishes? This, I really didn't pay attention, but the young lady is not very close to the lady. You can ask the young lady to fight. Although Xiao didn't know, he pointed out a clear way for Li Jinian. If you want to chase your wife, Li Nuonaiyang, a little spy, can definitely make good use of it. Li Jinian hung up the phone and mentioned Li Nuonaiyang, who was about to sleep, into the corridor. After some negotiations, Li Nuonaiyang asked for 3M Yuanyue from his eldest brother Li Jinian to agree to Li Jinian's request. However, Li Jinian thought of his little wife's indifferent attitude towards him and admitted it. This money must be spent. That night, a chef's accelerated class received a registration. Li Jinian didn't believe it. He managed Li's group, which has tens of thousands of employees, in an orderly manner, and he couldn't win the heart of a little girl. Li Jinian sharpened his knife, but at this moment, Xiao Fengxi had fallen asleep. In her sleep, she heard a familiar call. Zibao, I'm Mom. You've grown so big. Wake up. Mom has something to say to you. Chapter 50. I firmly believe that my mother is not dead. Hearing his mother's call, Xiao Fengxi suddenly woke up. But when she woke up, she found that the room was empty. She sat on the bed and seriously recalled the dream she had just had. It was a dream, but Xiao Fengxi felt that her mother was really by her side just now. The moonlight outside the window is as usual, and from time to time there are one or two car horns. Xiao Fengxi calmed down, but he couldn't sleep. Ding ding ding, the mobile phone suddenly rang. Xiao Fengxi picked up the mobile phone and found that it was my aunt who called. Auntie, you haven't slept so late. Fengxi, I just dreamed of your mother. Su Nianrao's voice was a little choked. Xiao Fengxi also suddenly cheered up. I just dreamed of my mother, but I woke up before I could talk to him. Me too. She said she missed me, so she came to see my sister whom she had never met. Su Nianrao sorted out the language and then said, Xiaoxi, I really have a strong intuition that your mother is not dead. She must be somewhere, waiting to reunite with us. When Xiao Fengxi heard his aunt's words, Xiao Jiushen's words suddenly sounded in his mind. That man's illness needs your mother's blood as a medicine. Could it be that the mother really didn't die, but was taken away by that man? But the island of madness has never been able to enter or leave. Who can take people out from there? Well, Auntie, don't get excited. If my mother is still alive, we will definitely be reunited. After talking to Su Nianrao for a while, Xiao Fengxi hung up his mobile phone. However, Xiao Fengxi did not turn off his mobile phone to sleep, but found a chat group called Page's Family in the chat software. Click on the group avatar, which has already sent several messages from Xiao Fengxi in the past. However, his mobile phone shows that the messages have failed to be sent. Xiao Fengxi clicked on the mobile phone X and edited another message to send. Old monsters, how are you? Clicking send, Xiao Fengxi looked at a small rotating circle in front of the message. After a long time, the small circle disappeared, and the message did not show that the sending failed. Xiao Fengxi's heart couldn't help but be happy. Soon, the group became lively. Fengsheng Island owner. Finally, there is an internet connection. Damn signal operators. Can't you buy more satellites to hang in the sky? Killing Emperor, Xiaoxi, you finally sent a message. How about me? Is my shadow killing organization dazzling? Grandma Qian, get out of here. Xiaoxi, is my God of Wealth group very rich? Hahaha, praise me. Medical immortal, Xiaoxi, don't save people outside. Be careful of encountering white-eyed wolves. Poison Saint Ben Saint, afraid of a hammer. When you meet a white-eyed wolf, use poison to poison him to death. There are not many people in the group, but the news was overwhelming. Xiao Fengxi's mobile phone kept shaking, and finally she was lucky to set up the Olgag mode. Xiao Fengxi, I suspect that my mother is not dead. Who can tell me the details of my mother's death that year? Turn off the Olban mode, and you can speak at will in the current mode. The owner of Mad Island, in fact, we also suspect that your mother has not passed away. In those years, she disappeared on the north cliff of Madness Island. Under the cliff was sharp way more than a dozen nautical miles. We also found a pair of shoes she left behind on the top of the cliff. No outsider has been to the island, and your mother can't do martial arts. Even if she can do martial arts, it is impossible to cross Shark Bay alone. That's why we decided that she was dead at that time. However, it is a little strange that no relics were found in the subsequent search. Xiaoxi, just let go of your hands and feet outside. Since you suspect that your mother is not dead, let's check it out. With your ability, you will definitely find the truth. Others also expressed their opinions one after another, and Xiao Fengxi also strengthened the possibility that his mother did not die. After chatting with a group of old guys for a while, the sky was gradually getting brighter. There was a noisy sound in the corridor of the hospital, and Xiao Fengxi walked out. Outside, Xiao Jiushen was blocking the corridor and shouting, Lu, DLY. I've already said that it's not my fault for what happened back then. I'm not your biological father either. If you want revenge, go to your own father. Don't mess with me, okay? Behind Xiao Jiushen, a group of people were crying. Beware of your words. Tang Susu made a mistake. Just ask her to settle the score. You can let her die and sell her abroad. Can you please let our Tang family go? After all, it's a family affair. Don't do it too much. Li Jinian stood at the end of the corridor, blocking everyone outside alone. Xiao Fengxi looked at Xiao Jiushen, who was embarrassed overnight, and sneered. Xiao Jiushen, are you stupid or am I stupid? No matter what the cause of the incident was, You sent someone to hunt down my mother. This alone is enough for the Xiao family to be buried with. But I won't let you die easily. I will let you eat 100 times and 1,000 times more of the hardships my mother suffered back then. As for other people who have hurt my mother, I will definitely come to ask for my life in person. Chapter 51 Root But Tissue. Xiao Jiushen couldn't help Xiao Fengxi, so he could only roar hysterically and incompetently. Xiao Fengxi briefly checked Li Jinju, and then took Li Nuonayan back to the villa on the top of the mountain. Li Jinayan asked his men to send Xiao Jiushen and the Han family away, and opened the notebook by himself. After some investigation, he found that the God of Fortune group directly destroyed the Xiao family last night. The decade-long foundation of the Xiao family has been made without any power to fight back. Not to mention cashing out and transferring a little property, the Xiao family is now in high debt. Bank cards were frozen, real estate was seized, and even cars and other valuables were seized and taken away. Even Li Jinayan was afraid of this kind of thunderous method, because the size of his slave group is similar to that of Xiao's group. The God of Wealth group can easily crush Xiao's group, so his slave group is also overwhelming. The last phone call made the God of Fortune group change its partners. This time, let the God of Wealth group destroy the Xiao family overnight. Li Jinayan doubted whether Xiao Fengxi was the boss behind the Fortune God group, but he just thought about it. After all, the little girl is only 18 years old. How can she be in charge of the world's #1 consortium? After returning home, Xiao Fengxi took a hot bath first, and then changed into clean and comfortable clothes. After that, she invaded the official populated information network and filtered the character information through the 2 keywords of asthma and metal eyeballs. After a few operations, she really searched for more than a dozen people. But it's a pity that these people either don't match their age or their skin color. Sister-in-law, what are you doing? Do you play games? Li Nuonayan came over. Too many things had happened in the past 2 days, so she asked for a few days off to prepare to relax. No, I'm looking for someone, Xiao Fengxi said truthfully. Who is it? Tell me and I'll listen to it. Maybe I can help you. Li Nuonayan said casually that she felt that her sister-in-law was so powerful that she must not be able to help her sister-in-law or something. Male, Asian, between the ages of 40 and 50, with severe asthma and a metal eyeball. Xiao Fengxi was straightforward and directly told the characteristics of the man. Li Nuonayan immediately began to search in his little brain. She frowned and her eyes swayed. Oh, there is really one. Suddenly, Li Nuonayan patted his forehead. Then she ran back to the room, took out her notebook, and opened a video for Xiao Fengxi. This video was sent by our teacher some time ago, mainly advocating environmental protection. She clicked the play button, and the video moved. Inside is a man in a very exquisite suit. His hair is white, but his face and body shape are in his 40s and 50s. The man's breathing is a little rapid, and there is a serious noise between his breathing. Although the left eye looks the same as normal eyes, it is still different from normal people if you look closely, especially the pupils. It seems that a slight red light can be seen from some angles. The man spoke in authentic English. Xiao Fengxi grew up on Madness Island. He didn't even know what 26 English letters were, so he couldn't understand what the man was saying at all. What is he talking about? Xiao Fengxi asked. Li Nuonayan smiled. As if he had finally found a place where he was better than his sister-in-law. He said that people should pay attention to environmental protection and love nature, otherwise human beings can't afford it at all when nature gets angry. Xiao Fengxi didn't think there was anything special about this, so he didn't think much about it. However, since this person meets the characteristics of the person she is looking for, Xiao Fengxi will definitely not let him go. So according to the video informant I am provided by Li Nuonayan, Xiao Fengxi traced the identity of the other party. It's just that I don't know if I don't check it. It's really a little unexpected. This environmental advocate turned out to be the head of the world's largest private armed organization. This video was released by Genai a few years ago. He hopes that people can use the energy spent on war on environmental protection. But how can a war between countries be stopped because of an armed organization? But the man didn't give up. While calling for environmental organizations in the world, he also quickly strengthened his power. In just a few years, he created the Root But Tissue in a 3-in-1 zone. This organization has its own weapons factory and its own army. It even has its own fleet and air force. It's really more forceful. This organization is strong enough to suppress some medium-sized countries. Since he didn't listen to what he said, the Root But organization simply intervened in the war zone and forcibly suppressed the war. Looking at a series of introductions to the Root But organization on the screen, Xiao Fengxi's palms sweated slightly. She does control the God of Wealth group. and her own martial arts realm is also first class. But this is not enough for her to compete with the world's largest armed group. However, if that person is really her enemy, Xiao Fengxi will definitely not back down. Chapter 52. Have you always been so brave? I finished reading all the information of the route but organization in one breath. It was already 1 o'clock in the afternoon. On the way, Li Yuannian called Xiao Fengxi to dinner several times, but Xiao Fengxi was also busy and did not go to eat. The moment the notebook was closed, her stomach made a serious protest, but when she went out to eat something, she found that there was no one left at home. Even the servants who can be seen everywhere have disappeared. Where are the family members? After searching for a long time, Xiao Fengxi only found Li Jingyan in the gym on the 4th floor. I don't know. It should be all in the hospital to see Jinju. Li Jingyan put down the dumbbell in his hand and wiped his hands with a towel. Oh, Xiao Fengxi said turned around and wanted to go out for dinner. However, at this time, Li Jingyan took the lead in speaking. You haven't eaten yet. I haven't eaten either. Xiao Fengxi didn't know what Li Jingyan wanted to say, and he looked puzzled. You didn't eat? What are you talking to me about? She hasn't even eaten yet. Li Jing was speechless and continued to speak. I mean, I'm going to cook. If you don't eat, I can cook more. This time it was clearly expressed, but Xiao Fengxi looked unbelievable. It's not that she looks down on Li Jingyan. How can a domineering president like Li Jingyan cook? Alright, I eat a lot of food. You cook more. But in the end, Xiao Fengxi chose to try it. If you go out for dinner, it will take half an hour by car alone. Seeing that Xiao Fengxi didn't fight with him anymore, Li Jingyan was a little excited. I have to say that women still understand women, and the idea of New Yuannian X is quite good. Not long, in the living room on the 1st floor, Xiao Fengxi is watching cartoons on the sofa. Li Jingyan is busy in the kitchen in a home-based sportswear and an apron. The warm sunlight is projected through the huge floor-to-ceiling window, and the whole picture is very warm. However, as soon as I watched half of Xiao Fengxi's cartoon, there was a blazing fire in the kitchen. Li Jingyan cut the vegetables with hot oil. The vegetables were not cut well, and the oil was already on fire. When Xiao Fengxi looked over, Li Jingyan just took a small basin of tap water and poured it down. In an instant, the flames surged more, and thick smoke rose everywhere. Li Jingyan ran out of the kitchen, hugged the stunned Xiao Fengxi and ran away. Fortunately, he also knew that the natural gas was turned off first, and the flames and thick smoke triggered the fire protection system, and the fire did not spread. Is this what you mean by cooking? Xiao Fengxi looked at the gray-headed Li Jingyan and was speechless for a while. Her guess is right. How can such a domineering president cook? Unexpectedly, there is also a kitchen on the 2nd floor. Please wait a moment. Li Jingyan smiled awkwardly and walked to the 2nd floor. Oh, it's safer for me to go out to eat. Xiao Fengxi waved his hand and drove his car and left the villa. Li Jingyan took off his apron and hit the ground hard. Go to the chef's accelerated class at noon to practice well. You can't do it when you go home. Grandma Li and Li Yuannian ran out secretly, and the servants at home also held back their laughter and began to clean up the mess. Brother, if you can catch up with your sister-in-law, I'll take off your head and kick it for you. Li Yuannian smiled and leaned back and forth. It's the first time I've seen my cold and elegant big brother so embarrassed. I'm still waiting to hug my younger brother. It's nothing. Grandma Li gave Li Jingyan a big wide eye and left angrily. Li Jingyan took several deep breaths in a row, and then calmed himself down. Xiao Fengxi's delicate little face appeared in his mind, and he gritted his teeth. The road to pursue his wife is long, and he will never be defeated by difficulties. Picking up the apron on the ground, Li Jingyan strode to the kitchen on the 2nd floor. Xiaofen, I drove to a noodle restaurant in Modu and casually ordered 2 bowls of beef noodles for 38 yuan. She did eat so much that a shopkeeper in the noodle restaurant was shocked by her food. The first bowl of beef noodles was served, and the communication equipment on Xiao Fengxi's body rang. Boss, 2 killers are running for you. Be careful. Viper informed Xiao Fengxi as soon as he found the danger. Xiao Fengxi received the message and smiled. To be honest, she has not had a good time this days and just needs to vent. The door of the noodle restaurant was pushed open, and a man and a woman walked into the noodle restaurant. The 2 came directly to Xiao Fengxi and patted the table. Don't eat. Come and have a walk with us. Xiao Fengxi was holding a big bowl and drinking noodle soup, and he was also confused by the operation of these 2 people. Logically speaking, she has easily killed the killer sent by the port twice. They should know their strength. How can they be so arrogant? I'm eating noodles. Xiao Fengxi ignored the 2 people, put down the empty bowl in his hand, and then picked up another bowl of beef noodles. I asked you to follow me. Is there something wrong with your brain? The man slapped the table fiercely again. Seeing this, Xiao Fengxi picked up his mobile phone and sent a message to Shen Lihua. By the noodle restaurant I'm eating. After sending the message, Xiao Fengxi stood up. The next second, she directly hit the man in the face, with just a slap. The man fainted directly. The woman jumped up and kicked Xiao Fengxi. Xiao Fengxi bowed and waved his left fist to hit him. With a click, the woman's face bone was directly broken, and her cuff folded at an incredible angle. Seeing this, the diners around fled, and Xiao Fengxi slowly sat in his seat and took a bowl of noodles. Don't you even inquire about the other party's strength before the mission? Or have you always been so brave? Chapter 53 Interlude News. What task? What nonsense are you talking about? We are here to vent our anger on my cousin Xiao Guangwen. The woman whose leg was broken hugged her leg and roared. Xiao Fengxi was stunned. She thought it was a killer from the shadow killing. No wonder he was so bold that he came up and patted the table with her. Is Xiao Guangwen your cousin? So who is Xiao Jiushen? Xiao Fengxi asked while pulling the beef in the bowl. That's my second uncle. The woman answered with tears in her eyes. The face bone is broken, and her whole leg is numb. Now, the most important thing is that I am afraid of whether I will have a disability or something in the future. Oh, Xiao Jiushen is your second uncle, so it's not unfair to break your leg. Xiao Fengxi almost thought that he had hurt someone by mistake. You are deliberately hurting me. I'll call the police to arrest you. The woman called the police. When Xiao Fengxi's noodles had just finished, the police arrived. Xiao Fengxi did not do any resistance and obediently followed the police car. In broad daylight, it was still her hand that moved first in front of everyone. It can't be said. The most important thing is that Xiao Fengxi knows that now is a society under the rule of law, and resistance can only make things bigger and bigger. The final result is that she can't stay in China, so now she chooses to cooperate obediently. As for the rest, it depends on the ability of Shen Lihua, a special assistant. Su Lingger and her boyfriend were sent to the hospital. The hospital operated on her bone in the fastest speed. However, when she was pushed out of the operating room, it was not the care of her family who greeted her, but her sad face. Girl, the police will come to make a transcript in a moment. At that time, you can say that it was your first move, and they are in self-defense. Girl, are you so stupid? Can we offend the person who can bankrupt your second uncle overnight? Let me tell you, don't deal with your second uncle's house in the future. Maybe our family will also be involved. A series of warnings made Su Lingger unable to react, but when the police came to inquire, she still did as her parents said. It was also this time's obedience that turned the Su family from danger to safety. Shen Lihua went to the police station and brought out Xiao Fengxi, who was mistakenly arrested for self-defense. Oh, I have a strong ability to do things. Xiao Fengxi praised it sincerely. Shen Lihua smiled and said that this was all the confidence and strength given to her by the God of Wealth Group. When I returned to Li's family was at home. Li Jinian was still wearing clothes at noon, and his apron was covered with oil and dust. However, his face was full of smiles that he usually couldn't see. Have you eaten? Seeing Xiao Fengxi, Li Jinian immediately came over with a plate of black gumbo chicken. I had lunch. It's not time for dinner yet, and now I'm not hungry. Looking at a plate of unknown objects in Li Jinian's hand, Xiao Fengxi's desire to survive was directly filled. Who? Li Yuanian couldn't help laughing, and Dong Hao also looked at her eldest son with pity. Oh, if you are not hungry now, wait until the evening to finish eating. I made 8 servings in total, and the chef doesn't have to stir fry tonight. Li Jinian's face was ugly, so he simply arranged the dinner directly. Everyone has a share, and no one can run away. Xiao Fengxi went back to the room, and Li Yuanian hurried in. Sister-in-law, have you in the hot news? Li Yuanian sat directly beside Xiao Fengxi like a kitten, leaning his head on Xiao Fengxi's shoulder. No, Xiao Fengxi is also investigating information about the Rootbot organization. Genia is going to the United States recently. It seems that an advanced weapon of the Genia organization has been recognized by the U.S. military. Then the United States placed a super order directly. It is said that Genia will personally go to the United States to trade with weapons. Because he was a Chinese, he sold cutting-edge weapons to the United States and was directly scolded on the hot search. Li Yuanian found today's hot search list on his mobile phone and handed it to Xiao Fengxi to watch. Xiao Fengxi had the simplest idea in his mind. That is to go to the United States, then find the Rootbot and take some of his hair or blood. After paternity testing, you can also make a judgment. But Xiao Fengxi doesn't know English, so she can only speak Chinese. In addition, this Rootbot is not an ordinary person, but the boss of the world's largest private armed organization. It is very difficult to get close to him. Sister-in-law, what are you thinking about? Seeing Xiao Fengxi in a daze, Lin Yuannian touched Xiao Fengxi's arm. Oh, I didn't think about anything. I was just a little curious about this person. Xiao Fengxi smiled. Dinner time came soon. The domineering President Li Jingyan was unusually diligent today, calling people to eat one by one. Therefore, everyone at the Li family's dinner table kept a bowl of exquisite and nutritious porridge, and in the middle of the table was a plate of black dishes, except for Li Jingju, who had just wandered back from the Ghost Gate, who was spared poison. No one else had escaped to taste Li Jingyan's craftsmanship. The atmosphere at the dining table was awkward for a while until the TV in the living room broadcasted an emergency news. Hello, citizens of Modu. An urgent news is now interloaded. Mr. Qiu Jilu, a famous environmental scientist in our city, was kidnapped on his way off work at 下午6点 today. The kidnapper claimed to be a person from the Rootbutt organization, an environmental extremist organization. At present, China has sent a large number of personnel to carry out rescue. We will continue to pay attention to the follow-up of the incident. Xiao Fengxi, isn't it just that I want to sleep and someone gives me a pillow? Chapter 54 Killers Against Mercenaries. Who can win? In the evening, Xiao Fengxi logged into the dark web again. After some investigation, she found that the environmental scientist Qiu Jilu finally appeared in the Modu gymnasium. Before he was kidnapped, he had just made some passionate and even radical environmental remarks in the gymnasium. The core point is that human beings are the culprits of destroying the natural environment. Therefore, the root of environmental protection lies in populated control. For example, if half of the populated of Xi and this world disappears, it is quite useful for the recovery of nature. If human beings only do superficial work, they will only reduce some carbon emissions and industrial pollution. That's just a tickle for the increasingly serious environmental pollution. Once the pollution of the environment reaches a critical point, if nature is really angry, human beings are like ants and will be easily wiped out by nature. Qiu Jilu's idea was widely discussed by countless people as soon as it was released. Some people think that human science and technology are becoming more and more advanced. Now the damage to the environment can be repaired by technology in the future, and there must be alien creatures outside the Earth. Now without the development of science and technology, in case aliens invade, what should human beings use to protect their homeland? Some people also think that Qiu Jilu's idea is right, because people's hearts are greedy. Under the endless demand, nature can no longer bear it. Besides, it's really useless to have so many people on the Earth. Controlling the populated now, or directly reducing the populated by half, is the best way to protect the environment. There was a lot of noise on the internet, but Xiao Fengxi had a terrible idea in his heart. Jenia is an extreme environmentalist. In order to protect the environment, he can even build a strong mercenary empire. If Jenia's idea coincides with Qiu Jilu's idea, it will be over. When a madman has the ability to implement his own crazy ideas, it will be a nightmare for ordinary people. However, even if Xiao Fengxi is anxious, it is impossible for her to find Qiu Jilu in a short time. It is even more unlikely to come into contact with Rootbutt in a short time. After thinking about it carefully, Xiao Fengxi took out his mobile phone and contacted Viper. What is the main assassination method of the killer of Viper and Shadow Kill? Viper, boss. The assassination of our Shat. Our killing is mainly with cold weapons and poison. Although Huaxia has been shooting for years. However, it is very difficult to obtain the gun qualification certificate and various approvals. Therefore, the probability of using guns is not high. Viper answered truthfully, and Xiao Fengxi sighed. So, who has a better chance of winning against a killer and a mercenary? Xiao Fengxi asked. The killer is in the dark, mainly engaged in sneak attacks. If the single soldier fights secretly, the killer is more powerful. However, if the killer competes head-on, the probability of the killer winning is not high. In addition, if it is a team battle, the cooperation of mercenaries and the ability of large-scale killing and injury must be stronger, and the killer has no chance of winning. Viper said the truth. In fact, Xiao Fengxi's knowledge of modern weapons is from the internet. In her 18 years in Mad God Island, she received training in traditional martial arts and various cold weapons. When it comes to guns, she really doesn't have much idea. Sister-in-law, are you asleep? At this time, Lin Yuannian, a little follower, knocked on Xiao Fengxi's door again. No, come in. Xiao Fengxi responded and put the notebook aside. Lin Yuannian came in with a cake and a fruit plate and sat beside Xiao Fengxi with a smile. My elder brother cooks that food really bad. Lin Yuannian complained and handed Xiao Fengxi a delicate spoon. But on the other hand, it was the first time he went into the kitchen sink. So he was a child. I guess it's to make you happy. Pointing to the cake, Li Yuanyang still said a good word to his eldest brother in front of his sister-in-law. After all, I took 3 million for the eldest brother, and I still have to do something for the eldest brother. Xiao Fengxi smiled, and the embarrassed appearance of Li Jingyan in an apron with a grey head and a rustic face appeared in his mind. Thinking of his usual domineering appearance as a domineering president in a suit and leather shoes, Xiao Fengxi couldn't help laughing. In fact, that dish is not too bad. This is a polite word. Xiao Fengxi said it casually, but Li Yuanyang's eyes lit up. Sister-in-law, are you going to be moved? The two little girls shared the cake and talked about many interesting topics together. Li Yuanyang knows a lot of things that Xiao Fengxi has never heard of in Crazy God Island. Xiao Fengxi was stunned when he was telling the story. Well, by the way, sister-in-law, I'm going to a shooting club run by my classmates tomorrow. Would you like to go with me? After eating the cake and eating fruit, Li Yuanyang asked excitedly. Okay, I haven't touched the gun yet. Xiao Fengxi nodded and agreed that she was not the kind of arrogant person. The old monster on the island has also told her many times, if both sides are masters, within 5 steps, the knife is fast, and outside 5 steps, the gun is fast. The most important single-player cold weapons do not have the ability to kill and injure at a long distance. This is also the reason why hot weapons in today's society will eliminate cold weapons. That's it. Good night, sister-in-law. See you tomorrow. After achieving the goal, Li Yuanyang ran out happily. After leaving Xiao Fengxi's room, she ran to Li Jingyan's room. Don't say that I don't do anything with the money. I will take my sister-in-law to the Bishan shooting club tomorrow. You can arrange a chance encounter appropriately. As for whether you can make your sister-in-law admire your shooting skills, it depends on your strength. Chapter 55. I like you, sister-in-law is right. Sister-in-law also said that the food you fried was not too bad. Li Yuanyang's words made Li Jingyan stand up directly on the sofa. Did she really say that? Recalling the experience that he almost vomited, Li Jingyan asked. Li Yuanyang nodded and went back to his room with a bad smile. Li Jingyan was stunned for a while and took out his mobile phone to dial Xiaowu number. Xiaowu, don't withdraw from the chef's accelerated class. The next day, Xiao Fengxi was awakened by the sound of birds outside the window. She washed up, changed into sportswear and walked out of the room. The weather in October is already slightly cool, and it is also her favorite time of the year. Sister-in-law, good morning. When Li Yuanyang saw Xiao Fengxi, he smiled sweetly. Master, good morning. Grandma Li also greeted Xiao Fengxi very politely. Xiao Fengxi was speechless and calm. The only reply, Grandma, good morning. After breakfast, Li Yuanyang couldn't wait to drive out with Xiao Fengxi. Along the way, Li Yuanyang was introducing her classmates, how to study well, how to look handsome, how to have a good family, and so on. Do you like him? Suddenly, Xiao Fengxi asked. Although she has not experienced that kind of relationship between men and women, Li Yuanyang's performance is too obvious. I don't like him. Men are all big pig's feet. I like you, sister-in-law. You are my goddess. Li Yuanyang drove the car and shouted loudly without a heart. However, her words made Xiao Fengxi blush a little. In the little girl's heart, liking this kind of word is not nonsense. Besides, she and Li Yuanyang are both women. The car stopped at the foot of a mountain, and Xiao Fengxi faintly heard the gunshots. Take a look. Our school beauty is here. Several young men and women came over and greeted Li Yuanyang enthusiastically and joked. Cough. Grand introduction. Li Yuanyang helped Xiao Fengxi and called twice on purpose. This is my sister-in-law. Her name is Xiao Fengxi. You can call her Sister Xi. Li Yuanyang's introduction stunned a group of men and women, because Xiao Fengxi looks 18 or 19 years old. In addition, there are rumors that Li Jingyan is afraid of women. Over the years, there are not 1,000 but 800 women who have pursued Li Jingyan. What kind of female doctor, female returnee, female super-rich second generation, female entrepreneur, and even female politician. These people either pursue secretly or openly crazy. They were directly ignored by Li Jingyan. The bodyguard around him is also the boss's bodyguard of all the group bosses, because as long as other people's bodyguards deal with sudden events, they may not meet them once a year. But Li Jingyan's bodyguard wanted to stop those crazy women. How can Li Jingyan, who is the president of the iceberg in the eyes of everyone, accept such a little girl? Don't doubt it. It is true. Seeing the suspicious look in everyone's eyes, Li Yuanyang reiterated it again. Xiao Fengxi didn't bother to explain, but just looked into the club curiously. Hey, Yuanyang, you are all here. Let's go in and play. At this time, a tall and thin boy came out of the club. It should be the boy named Li Feng that Li Nuonayan talked about all the way. Let's go. It's my first time to play with guns. Is it fun? Li Nuonayan pulled Xiao Fengxi heartlessly and walked in. I didn't notice at all that Li Feng looked at her differently from looking at others. Entering the club, Li Feng directly called several shooting coaches. The other students were taken away by the shooting coach, but he came to Li Nuonayan and Xiao Fengxi with protective equipment. Bring your protective gear. I'll take you to the pistol area. Li Feng's voice was very gentle, and his eyes always fell on Li Nuonayan. 10 minutes later, Li Nuonayan and Xiao Fengxi were fully armed. Gloves, elbow and knee pads, goggles, shoot. In headphones, guns are very dangerous. The first rule you need to remember is that the muzzle should never be at people. Li Feng explained while leading the way in front. Before long, they came to the pistol shooting area. This was the first time Xiao Fengxi saw a real gun at close range, and his eyes fell on a silver-white pistol. The gun is too powerful, and the recoil is not ordinary. It's your first time to play, so it's better to play a little one. Li Feng noticed that Xiao Fengxi was staring at a desert eagle and said with a smile. He explained the structure and firing method of the pistol to the two women, and Li Feng asked someone to send some bullets. Next, I'll hit the target for you to see. Seeing that Li Nuonayan and Xiao Fengxi were probably familiar with the pistol, Li Feng wanted to show his hand first. He stood in the shooting position with a gold pistol, and the target on the opposite side was also ready. Raise your hands, aim and shoot. With a bang, the bullet hit the target directly. Congratulations on your hit. 10 rings. The sound of the mechanical target sounded, and Li Feng looked proud. At this moment, a man in a tactical camouflage suit with goggles and an assault rifle suddenly came in. Hey, warm son, Fengxi, why are you two here? It's a coincidence. As soon as Li Jinayan entered the room, he said the accidental lines that he had practiced countless times in advance. Seeing Xiao Fengxi looking at him, he pretended to be calm. Is his little wife moved? Chapter 56. Li Jinayan suspected that his little wife was pretending to be a pig and eating a tiger. You entered the wrong shooting room. This is the pistol shooting room, and the rifle is next door. Li Feng didn't know Li Jinayan and hurried over to stop him. Mr. Li, can't you see the picture clearly even if you don't know the words? Xiao Fengxi curled her lips. When she just came in, she saw a very dazzling pistol logo on the gate. Moreover, Li Jinayan's accidental encounter is not advanced at all. Li Jinayan's face turned black in an instant. He glanced at Li Nuonayan and left sadly. He thought about it seriously and didn't know which link he didn't do right. But as soon as he appeared in the rifle shooting area, some people there were boiling. People who can enter this kind of shooting club have a certain status. Naturally, they all know such a popular figure as Li Jinayan. Now in close contact, everyone wants to run over and start flirting. However, the smile on his face was put away, and the gentle aura in front of Xiao Fengxi suddenly turned into a stranger. When he came to the shooting position, Li Jinayan directly chose the most difficult mobile bouncing target. However, with the sound of gunfire, every bullet he shot accurately hit the red heart. After a shot, a bullet was fired. Li Jinayan took out a magazine from his waist and changed it. The sound of gunfire is endless, and Li Jinayan is like a ruthless shooting machine. Aim, point shot, change the magazine, load, aim, and then point shot. The sound of gunshots one after another also attracted a lot of onlookers. When they saw the targets in the shooting range, everyone was silent. Isn't this a shooting club for amateur shooters? How can there be such a demon? There is a bullet hole in the red heart of all targets, just like a copy and paste. The most important thing is that Li Jinayan just now did not use the single hair mode, but the continuous speed point. The gun has a recoil, and he is still shooting a moving target. All kinds of factors combined, he can still shoot 10 rings, which is a little outrageous. Congratulations. The rifle number 1 target sharpshooter's bullets were fired, and all of them hit 10 rings. The sound of electronic target reporting resounded throughout the audience, which is also the highest honor of the shooting club. Only when all the targets ejected at the specified time on the target are hit by 10 rings will such a special notification occur. After hitting the magazine on his body, Li Jinayan sat in the rest area. Xiao Wu came over and poured a cup of tea for his boss. He felt that the boss seemed to have become childish since he met Xiao Fengxi. It is said that the girl in love has 0 IQ, and the domineering president is not the same. Let's go to the rifle shooting area and have a look. All the rifle is hit 10 rings in a row. Sharpshooter. In the pistol shooting area, Li Nuonayan excitedly pulled Xiao Fengxi to the rifle shooting area. Li Feng also followed. Although he was the crown prince of this shooting club, It was also the first time he heard the full briefing of the sharpshooter. Wow, it turns out that the sharpshooter is my brother. Li Yuanian couldn't help marveling when he saw Li Jinian sitting in the rest area of target number 1. At this moment, many people have begun to have the courage to come over and talk to me. Xiao Wu and other bodyguards also began to dispel some fanatical female suitors. Sister-in-law, did you see that my brother is a sharpshooter? Why don't you let him teach you how to shoot? Lin Yuanian smiled blindly. It doesn't seem to be too difficult. I just seem to have learned it. Xiao Fengxi said lightly. Li Jinian almost spit out a mouthful of tea. One person present counts as one. Who doesn't envy him? A sharpshooter. Xiao Fengxi, why are you obedient? 大姐, why? Oh, still look down on him a little. Come on, sister-in-law, you didn't even touch the gun. But you just heard something and felt that you could do it. Lin Yuanian didn't laugh, but didn't believe it at all. You can have a try, but you have to teach me how to change the magazine first. Xiao Fengxi is eager to try. Li Jinian's face was black, feeling that he had been offended. But since the little girl is willing to give it a try, he will make her perfect. When it's embarrassing to miss the target, she will come to beg her for shooting skills. Xiao Wu, prepare a magazine for your wife. After taking a sip of tea, Li Jinian said softly. However, his words directly caused a sensation on the scene. Madam, what he just said. No, I haven't heard that Li Jinian got married. My male got married, and the bride was not me. She cried to death. Xiao Wu agreed and prepared 10 magazines for Xiao Fengxi at once. Li Feng demonstrated how to change the magazine, and Xiao Fengxi stood in the shooting position with a rifle. She took the button to start shooting, and the next second she put the rifle butt on her shoulder. Although this is the first time to touch the real gun, she has watched a lot of war movies. The target bullet jumped out, and Xiao Fengxi raised his gun to aim and pulled the trigger. It's also a continuous speed point, and the gunshot is particularly rhythmic. A magazine was emptied, and Xiao Fengxi changed to the next one. After all the 10 magazines were played, the familiar voice just now sounded again. Congratulations, the rifle number 1 target sharpshooter's bullets were fired, and all of them hit 10 rings. At this time, the scene became silent, and Li Jinian forgot to drink the tea he brought to his mouth. What the hell? Didn't she say that she had never touched the gun? Did she come here to get more knowledge? What's the situation? Pretend to be a pig and eat a tiger. Chapter 57. You are so talented, didn't you? You say you haven't touched a gun. Li Feng raised his doubts for Li Jinian. Yes, this is the first time I've touched a gun. Xiao Fengxi put down his gun and said seriously. Then you. Li Feng pointed to those targets and a pile of shells on the ground. Oh, I may be gifted. Xiao Fengxi blinked his big eyes. But what he said gave everyone present a burst of self-restraint. Li Feng was also choked and speechless, and looked at Lin Yuanian speechlessly. The eyes clearly said, your sister-in-law is so powerful. Do you know how many kinds of guns do you have here? Xiao Fengxi seems to be addicted to playing. This thing is indeed more fierce than the sword. Yes, there are about a dozen. Li Feng stuttered. Let's go, one try at a time. Xiao Fengxi waved his hand and ran directly to the weapon booth to choose a gun. Li Jinian didn't drink tea and took a deep breath to adjust his mentality. He has been strong since he was a child, and he has tried to be the first in everything since he was a child. Even if he is at a downside occasionally, he is confident that he can overtake his opponent. But with Xiao Fengxi, he can't see any hope. In terms of financial resources, Xiao Fengxi can mobilize the God of Wealth Group at will. Maybe the God of Wealth Group is hers. In terms of force, Xiao Fengxi's fight against the suit thugs that night was simply a downgrade blow. He thinks that he can kill the thugs in suits in seconds even if he goes all out. But when it really started to fight, he was not sure to beat Xiao Fengxi. It's alright now. The 100 hairs and hundreds of hairs he has practiced for more than 10 years have also been crushed by the little girl's words of lightness and extraordinary talent. The domineering presidents in the novel are all admired and relied on by their wives. Fortunately, he has no sense of existence in front of his wife. Now the only thing that makes Li Jinian confident is his appearance. Xiao Fengxi is good looking, and he doesn't give up. He dares to promise that if he and Xiao Fengxi go to act in an ideal drama, even if you don't recite the lines, you can make a popular debut just by saying it. The domineering president here is having low self-esteem, but Xiao Fengxi is happy to play. She played with submachine guns, assault rifles, shotguns and sniper rifles. After playing, the members and coaches of the whole shooting club followed her to watch the fun. In the words of an old coach, Xiao Fengxi is a person with an absolute sense of gun. This kind of person is born for guns. With a shot in hand, you can hit wherever you want. Finally, Xiao Fengxi was tired of playing and said goodbye to the shooting club with Li Nuonayan. Li Jinayan's chance encounter plan this time was also completely declared dead. In the afternoon, Li Nuonayan went shopping with his classmates, while Xiao Fengxi stayed at Li's house and did not go out. Thinking back to the feeling of controlling various firearms at noon, she called Viper directly. Viper, can you get a gun? Viper, big boss. Huaxia is very strict about gun control. Every gun that flows into the market is numbered. People with a gun license can only legally hold guns with the corresponding number on their gun license. That is to say, Chinese guns are dedicated to special people. Once it is found that the gun is unlicensed or the gun is not certified, they will all face the ruthless trial of Chinese law. So, you have to test the certificate first and then buy a gun. Viper said a lot in one breath, which also successfully dispelled Xiao Fengxi's desire to legally own a gun in the near future. Ding! The special bell set by Xiao Fengxi rang, which was a message sent to her by the people on the dark web. Click on the private message, which is a geographical coordinate and a paragraph of text. The current location of environmental scientist Xiu Jilu, John Moss Snow Mountain. Seeing this message, Xiao Fengxi's eyes lit up. It seems that as long as you spend more money, you can buy useful information. So Xiao Fengxi said hello to Li's family again and set off. Her mother may still be alive, and it is most likely to be around this route, but, therefore, as long as there is a little chance, Xiao Fengxi will investigate to the end. Just half an hour after Xiao Fengxi left with Shen Lihua, Li Jinayan received a call from the upper level of the Chinese War Department. He was asked to lead a team to Hangti Snow Mountain to rescue the environmental scientist named Xiu Jilu. Li Jinayan smiled bitterly and could intersect with his little wife in the X-mission. So that night, Xiao Fengxi and Li Jinayan arrived at Hangti Snow Mountain one after another. Xiao Fengxi asked Shen Lihua to prepare polar mountaineering clothes and some compressed food for her. Then she left Shen Lihua to live in a hotel 30 kilometers away from Hangti Snow Mountain and went into the mountain by herself. What Xiao Fengxi didn't know was that a small team had airdropped to the other side of the mountain before she entered the mountain. Li Jinayan took 5 members of the Hidden Dragon team, and all of them were white-collar combat suits. One of the round figures is the Ward Pig who carried out a mission with him in Li County last time. Listen, the task this time is to rescue the kidnapped Xiu Jilu, and the terrain of the snowy mountains is complex, so try not to shoot. If an avalanche is caused, we will be finished. Li Jinayan instructed, and the 5 team members nodded seriously. Soon, they touched the periphery of a small house on the top of the mountain. However, just as Li Jinayan was about to order the team members to enter, a figure flashed into everyone's eyes. That figure is like a ghost, flashing in the snow. All the guards on the periphery were killed in a few times. But at this time, the people in the room seemed to hear the movement in the yard. A black man with a gun intended to open the door and check it out. Chapter 58. The muzzle of the gun was aimed at the little wife. But at this time, the small figure had jumped to the roof. After waiting for the black man to come out with a gun, the figure landed steadily behind the black man. The black man was still shocked by the corpses in the yard, and he felt that his neck was cold. The next second, he lost consciousness. Xiao Fengxi gently put the black man who was nearly 2 meters tall on the ground and picked up the pistol with a silencer in the black man's hand. Training yesterday, actual combat today. She came to the door full of ice flowers and knocked gently on the door. Hey, bro, I just said that it's okay outside. You have to go out and have a look. The people inside complained and came to open the door, and Xiao Fengxi had also checked how many bullets were in the magazine. The moment the door was opened, Xiao Fengxi raised his hand and shot it. The person who opened the door fell to the ground in an instant, and the hers inside also panicked and wanted to fight back with guns. But how could Xiao Fengxi give them a chance? The pistols with silencers made dull gunshots one after another, and all those people fell to the ground in a second or two. The kidnapped environmental scientist was also in the room at this time. Xiao Fengxi, who watched the divine soldiers fall from the sky, solved all the enemies cleverly. He was stunned by the shock. Mr. Qiu, the coffee you asked for is ready. By the way, you don't want tea sugar, do you? At this time, there was another heavy sound of footsteps on the second floor, and another Chinese-speaking person asked. Xiao Fengxi made a silent gesture to Xiu Jilu. I came to the blind spot at the entrance of the stairs. When the people who came out saw the body in the room ready to pull out the gun, the last bullet in Xiao Fengxi's pistol had been fired. Bang! The man fell to the ground in response, and Xiao Fengxi steadily caught the coffee that was about to land. In like and snow, the aroma of coffee is particularly strong. After gently stirring the coffee, Xiao Fengxi came closer and took a small sip. The coffee is really fragrant, but it is also really bitter without sugar. She doesn't like bitterness. On a snowbank outside the house, the 6 members of the Hidden Dragon Special Squadron were shocked. Of course, only Li Jinyan knows Xiao Fengxi's identity among these 6 people. Damn it, boss. Have you seen it? That little man in a mountaineering suit and a mask is really awesome. I suspect that he should be the top soldier of a mysterious special forces in China. The Ward Pig took the telescope and witnessed the whole set of actions that Xiao Fengxi had just completed in one breath. He was already excited. No, judging from the size, I think that person should be a woman. No matter whether he is a man or a woman, I have been conquered by his elegant murderous action just now. It's a woman. It's a woman. When she was drinking coffee just now, I saw her face. She was still a beautiful woman. This is not a life and death fight for polar rescue. It is obviously a beautiful and elegant stage play. Other special forces also expressed their opinions. Li Jinyan held a sniper rifle and kept his eyes on Xiao Fengxi from beginning to end, with a smile on his mouth. There was a faint smug mood in his heart. Don't talk and be alert. After giving the order in a low voice, Li Jinyan looked at Xiao Fengxi in the scope again. After taking a sip of coffee, Xiao Fengxi put the coffee cup on the table. However, just as she was about to ask Qiu Jilu, a video invitation appeared on the notebook in front of Qiu Jilu. Xiao Fengxi walked to the camera blind area of the notebook and pointed at the notebook with a pistol. Qiu Jilu didn't know whether Xiao Fengxi came to save him or kill him, but he has been shocked by Xiao Fengxi's murderous technique just now. Therefore, Xiao Fengxi motioned him to answer the video, and he didn't dare not answer it. The video was connected, and a particularly low and hoarse voice came from the notebook. Mr. Qiu Jilu, I'm really sorry for asking you to come for so long that I took the time to talk to you. Hearing this voice, Xiao Fengxi already knew who the other party was before watching the video. Roots and bugs? Sorry, I don't know you. Qiu Jilu spread his hands and looked at a loss. Haha, it doesn't matter if you know me or not. The important thing is that we have the same understanding. I want to make the environment on which we live better and better. The best way is to reduce the world is populated. However, the control of the new populated you said is obviously too slow to see. I think it's better to directly reduce the global populated by half. How about it? Are you interested in joining me? Let's defend the environment we live on together. Thousands of years later, our names will also be praised by our juniors. There is a heavy breathing noise in the sound of the root bugs. After saying a short word, you should take a simple pause to breathe. Do you also agree with my environmental protection method? When it comes to controlling the populated and protecting the environment, Qiu Jilu is obviously excited. He even forgot that there was a girl with a gun sitting opposite him. Not only do I agree, but I also have the ability to put your ideas into reality. Cough. After saying this, Jen called violently. Qiu Jilu looked excited and picked up the glasses on the table and put them on. Sir, no matter who you are, I am willing to join. Before Qiu Jilu finished speaking, the other party has hung up the video. Xiao Fengxi watched Qiu Jilu close his notebook, with a disdainful smile on his lips. The moment Qiu Jilu put on his glasses, Xiao Fengxi's figure was reflected on his lenses. The other party must have seen this detail, so he quickly hung up the video. This Qiu Jilu is both a genius and a madman, so Xiao Fengxi is not going to leave him behind. While Qiu Jilu closed his notebook, Xiao Fengxi had aimed the repeat pistol at his head. At the same time, Li Jinyan's finger outside also put on the trigger of the sniper rifle. The muzzle of the gun was aimed at Xiao Fengxi, and Li Jinyan's breathing increased. His task is to rescue Qiu Jilu. Chapter 59. I'm running backwards for you, and you raise your hand and shoot me, boss. Rockets. Just as Li Jinyan was entangled in his heart, the Ward Pig suddenly shouted. Li Jinyan looked up and happened to see a rocket crashing into the small house where Xiao Fengxi was. The rocket threw a long tail smoke at a very fast speed, and Xiao Fengxi, who was in the house, also heard the whistling of rockets. She didn't know what it was, but her sixth sense told her that it must be something very dangerous. Boom! The rocket hit the small house near the top of the mountain, and the sound of the explosion resounded throughout the snowy mountain. Seeing that the small house was swallowed up by the flames, Li Jinyan's heart suddenly jumped. However, the violent vibration caused by the explosion of the rocket obviously did not give them a chance to buffer. The snow accumulated for decades on the top of the mountain was destroyed by strong vibrations. The avalanche broke out. Damn it, run! The Ward Pig shouted, turned his head and ran away. When you encounter this kind of thing, you don't need any orders at all. One of the 5 special forces ran faster than the other. Boss, what's wrong with you? That house is gone. You still want to find Qiu Jilu's body and take it back. Running out more than 10 steps, War Pig and others suddenly found that Li Jingyan was not following. The most fatal thing is that Li Jingyan actually ran against the direction of the avalanche. Boss, I really believe in your evil. The War Pig stamped his feet angrily, turned around and chased after him. The mission obviously failed, but they will never give up their comrades in arms. Li Jingyan didn't know that the Ward Pigs were chasing him desperately. He just ran at full speed and kept shouting Xiao Fengxi's name. Xiao Fengxi, don't die. You haven't seen me with your eyes. Seeing that the avalanche on the top of the mountain was about to bury the small house, Li Jingyan's pace became faster and faster. In a trance, a white dot jumped out of the small house. Li Jingyan's steps stopped, and his heart suddenly rose with endless joy. She ran out, lifting the sniper gun behind him. Li Jingyan looked through the scope. The person who ran out was Xiao Fengxi, holding a laptop in his arms. Wait, the smile on Li Jingyan's face suddenly froze. In the scope, Xiao Fengxi began to run after tumbling. When Xiao Fengxi found that a man was aiming at her with a gun, Xiao Fengxi did not hesitate to raise his hand and shoot. Li Jingyan saw clearly from the scope and immediately dodged the bullet sideways. Can this wife still want it? I want to find you against the avalanche, and you raise your hand and shoot me. Avoiding the first bullet, Li Jingyan turned around and ran away. However, the moment he turned around, he happened to see 5 Ward Pigs running over panting. Are you all fools? Can't see it after the avalanche. Run to me quickly, Li Jingyan shouted and ran down the mountain without any pause. When the Ward Pig and the others reacted, Li Jingyan had already run away. What's the matter with this? Several Ward Pigs caught up with a confused face, and then ran back with a confused face. The avalanche on the top of the mountain lasted for nearly 3 minutes before it was completely quiet. Li Jingyan and several others also successfully avoided the danger of being buried. Away, go to that small house and dig out the people and take them away. Li Jingyan slapped the snow on his body and said, because of the avalanche on the top of the mountain, the excavation must be very slow. Li Jingyan simply went back to the magic capital. When he mess home the next day, Xiao Fengxi and Li Nuonayan are guarding a mandarin duck pot and eating hot pot. When he saw Xiao Fengxi, his heart was completely relaxed. I'm eating hot pot. I'm one of them. From last night to noon today, Li Jingyan didn't eat much. Now he saw that his wife was safe, and the fragrance of hot pot seduced him like magic. The servants at home had to send a pair of dishes and chopsticks at the right time, and Li Jingyan also joined the ranks of the cook. Brother, don't eat my side. I have medicinal herbs here, which were treated by my sister-in-law. Li Nuonayan looked at Li Jingyan and stretched his chopsticks to the side that was not spicy in front of her, and quickly stopped him. Li Jingyan was stunned and looked at Xiao Fengxi. Hot pot, pure. He has indeed heard of medicinal diets, but it is the first time he has heard of hot pot treatment. It's really a long time since I've seen him. Nuonayan said that she was afraid of bitterness, so I changed the prescription to cook hot pot for her. Xiao Fengxi seemed to have something happy about today, so he explained it softly, but Li Jingyan still couldn't figure it out. What is the connection between taking medicine and eating hot pot? Don't you usually add some sugar when you take medicine for fear of bitterness? What's the matter? You can't eat spicy food. Xiao Fengxi looked at Li Jingyan with some doubts. While talking, he fished out a chopstick of red ingredients and put them on his plate. She picked up a chili, put it in her mouth without blinking an eye and ate it. This question and action were seen by Li Jingyan, which was a kind of provocation. Can? Li Jingyan only said a word, and then picked up a plate of red ingredients with public chopsticks. His throat twitched, and he also ate a small chili like Xiao Fengxi. The fragrance is really fragrant, but the spicy is also really spicy. But the little girl didn't frown at the chili. How could he lose? He said that he wanted to be on from an age. So that night, a domineering president wearing a mask and sunglasses secretly covered his buttocks and went to the hospital. Chapter 60. Your wife went to take the primary school exam at night, and Xiao Fengxi opened the notebook brought out of the snowy mountain house again. There is a clear connected video playback on it. Xiao Fengxi cleverly adjusted the progress of the video 2 seconds, and then looked at the video with a smile. The root bud in the picture is covering his mouth and coughing painfully, and Xiao Fengxi's eyes fell on the hand of a water cup handed over. There is a bracelet made of small shells on the man's wrist. Xiao Fengxi was attracted by that bracelet. 13 years ago, she was 5 years old. Mom's birthday is coming. She picked up a lot of shells for her by the seaside as a birthday present. Mom was very happy, because it was the first time her little Sibyl gave her a birthday present. The little shell was chosen by my mother, and finally the little shell was made into a bracelet by my mother. That night, My mother held Xiaozi veil and made a promise under the starry sky. She will wear that bracelet forever. Xiao Fengxi still remembers what every shell that makes up the bracelet looks like. Although the person in the video only missed one wrist, but Xiao Fengxi recognized the bracelet. It is the only limited edition in the world, which is unique. Whether the person wearing the bracelet now is her mother Su Nianse or not, this but must have something to do with her mother's mysterious disappearance. Xiao Fengxi was admiring the string of bracelets when the communication equipment in his ear rang. Boss, big news, take a look at the dark web. Hearing Viper's words, Xiao Fengxi directly clicked on the darknet. At this moment, on the homepage of the dark web, a huge rolling broadcast is shining. The first mercenary training organization organized by Genai organization has been opened. Whether you are a rich second generation or an ordinary person, or a soldier of a country, you can sign up. The only requirement is to be proficient in Chinese and English, because these two languages are the common languages of instructors. It's impossible for them to carry you with a translator. Chinese is Xiao Fengxi's mother tongue, which is naturally out of the question, but English really makes it difficult for Xiao Fengxi. To be precise, she doesn't even have a formal kindergarten plus diploma. She also avoided all the 9 years of compulsory education in primary school, junior high school and senior high school. 3 years of high school and 4 years of college are even more legendary for Xiao Fengxi. How can she speak English as a person who can't recite the Linlingtang poems? Xiao Fengxi frowned and thought that one day the Chinese language would become a global unified language. Looking at the registration deadline, Xiao Fengxi breathed a sigh of relief. The registration date of Morty Hong 3 months will not end until the beginning of February next year, and the official training will not start until mid-May next year. Therefore, Xiao Fengxi has enough time to learn English. Of course, Xiao Fengxi is also very interested in the 9-year compulsory education and high school and college he missed. So the next day, Xiao Fengxi began to study by himself. What Xiao Fengxi didn't expect was that she was quite eager to learn. She completed all the courses in primary school in use. 1 week. Among them, her favorite is ancient poems in Chinese. She can remember all those beautiful poems and annotations in her mind just by reading them once. At this time, Xiao Fengxi didn't know that there was an idiom called never forget. Sister-in-law, what are you doing these days? I don't even leave the room much. On this day, Lin Yuanniang walked into Xiao Fengxi's room with 2 strings of candied horse. Her little mouth was bulging, like a little hamster. Oh, I'm taking a makeup class. Today is the exam, Xiao Fengxi said as he sorted out his application materials. There are special adult exams for all demons. You can get the graduation certificate of the corresponding stage by passing the corresponding examination. It doesn't count the time, the number of times, and the age. Exam. You didn't want to get a college graduation certificate at the age of 18, would you? Combined with his sister-in-law's usual powerful performance, Lin Yuanniang's first reaction was that Xiao Fengxi was going to take the college entrance examination. The youngest person she knows who passed the college entrance examination is only 12 years old. Therefore, it is very reasonable for Xiao Fengxi to get a college graduation certificate at the age of 18. It's not a college exam, but a primary school exam. Xiao Fengxi prepared the stationery and said, Little Lin Yuanniang was stunned and felt that there seemed to be something wrong with his ears. I'm leaving. I'm going to take the exam. Goodbye. Lin Yuanniang was still stunned, and Xiao Fengxi had already gone out with a string of candied horse. The adult examination room is located next to a welfare home. At this moment, there are already candidates waiting outside the door. There are middle-aged people in their 40s and 50s, and there are also elderly people in their 60s and 70s who are still eager to enrich their knowledge. Therefore, Xiao Fengxi is not ashamed to take the primary school entrance examination as an 18-year-old motherland. Lin Yuanniang still couldn't help but follow him out of curiosity. When he saw that Xiao Fengxi really entered the primary school examination hall, he was shocked and doubted his life. She took out her mobile phone and sent a message to Li Jinian. Brother, your wife went to take the primary school exam. What do you think? Li Jinian. He still has no time to care whether Xiao Fengxi is going to primary school or college. His buttock still hurts. It's the hot kind of pain.